What up, what up, what up?
I need that sports encyclopedia. We West Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut.
Coach
yeah.
Where you at, man? In the gym shooting, I'm Durant. You ain't shooting John Moran.
Darnell is the Ball State legend. I'm the Warren Central High School legend.
I'm proving with a reliable source, straight from the mouth of the horse. Smitty and JB and Smitty from West Coast to Yost.
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
Better stay in your lane. How did
You are fucking insane. Dude, what? You just will not give this guy his flowers. What is up? What is wrong with you?
Oh, you must have thought I was a bitch.
I am him. Use not it. What's the topic? With your logic when I flow. Big Komodo, how it's
You gotta get back to letting the baby cry a little bit to see if they can soothe themselves.
That's a bar.
Issues get pressed so past it don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
I identified him after his third fight and I said that guy can be a star.
I'm so proud of the show, bro.
The gap. Smitty and Jason Brown.
To the Coach JB show.
What up, what up, what up? We are in the building. Free Game Friday. Fired up. And we'll be fearless. As I'm rocking solo dolo today. I gave Big Smitty the day off, man. I told you he had to go to the woke-ass West ESPYs last night. And I said, man, you and Sheldon are here in town. Enjoy your homeboy. Pause. And you guys chill and chill out. So he said, let me see. I don't want to miss. And I said, man, take the day off. So he texted me 3 a.m. You right. I'm going to take you up on an offer. It's getting down to the nitty gritty anyway. I said, man, take some time off. So I'm rocking solo dolo old school today. So all the haters come out. All the favorites come out. And let's get it cracking. We got a loaded lineup, though. Special guest, mystery guest, joins us as the first guest. Can't tell you who it is, but he's a fan favorite, too. He's a mystery guest. He'll be on the show early. Then we got Shaun King. We're going to talk about Dylan Gabriel now jumping up in the Heisman conversation. We're going to talk about all things NFL and college football QBs. I'm sure there's some Colorado news in there and some other things as well. And then Jeff Nadu wraps the show up with some betting, some soccer, baseball. My Doyers got swept by the Phillies last night, but they'll bounce back this weekend as they took 2 of 3 from Milwaukee last week. Everyone thought they were fucking going to get swept by Milwaukee. They won 2 of 3. So we're going to talk a little baseball today. But we got a loaded lineup, loaded discussions. We got it all. Short, fat, skinny, tall. Make sure you pound that like, subscribe, become a member. Head on over to our Discord app, Slap Nation, today. Winnables.com/slap-picks. And download our first down package. Yes, the Dodgers are injury prone as shit. So they're hurt right now. So I'm not worried about the Doyers. Kershaw will be back. They'll be back, and we'll get it going. So appreciate all the dick riders in here, from Evan Volpe to all the other dick riders. Evan Volpe's on the top of the list. Damn, homie. You need a gallon of Listerine for the nuts that you gargle on every day. Mine. Let's get into the show. I got a great lead in, and it's going to get real here today on the realest show on planet Earth. Patrick Mahomes' daddy, Patrick Mahomes Sr., is in trouble again. Chiefs Queendom, stand up. This cat got caught with an invalid driver's license just months after driving with a DUI under the influence and being jailed. This is why I gave Patrick Mahomes so much credit after winning last year's Super Bowl, contrary to all the Queendom's belief. Yes, I did give him credit. I gave him credit for playing injured. I gave him credit for wanting to play through all the adversity he has to deal with his weirdo-ass brother, his weirdo-ass milk and magnesia girlfriend, and his weirdo-ass daddy, who all clearly are taking advantage of Patrick Mahomes, who seems to be a pretty damn level-headed kid. No issues ever off the field. High character kid. Kudos to him understanding that you don't got to be like everybody else, even though they're your blood and family. That's how I am. I made a right as a stop sign. He made a left. I made a right. Everyone else made a left. Listen, you can still be your own man. Don't have to give me that shit about, oh, my daddy was this way, my mama was that way. Nah, you're still your own human. He got to deal with a lot of idiots in his own camp, his own circle. And family, of among all things, doing all these things has to be a distraction to any human, especially one who has a platform of Patrick Mahomes' magnitude, who has to perform weekly at the highest level. His brother, being the weirdo fuck that he is, his daddy, his girl, Sports Illustrated looking like whatever. Like, you know damn well she don't belong on no Sports Illustrated. Mediocrity's the new excellence. We're just putting milk and magnesias on fucking Sports Illustrated now. When does it end? So Patrick Mahomes can actually be Patrick Mahomes and not have to deal with all his family's dumb mistakes that will eventually catch up to Patrick Mahomes on the field of play. You can only withstand so much drama regardless if his fans or social media sees it or not. Hey, Pat Sr., get a clue, homie. Get a fucking Uber. How about pay someone to drive you? You got money. Holy shit. How about look out for your son who just gave your whole family generational wealth because your baseball career fucked up and you didn't make no money post-1990? How about you start paying your own son some homage, who's actually been the one who's holding down the fort and carrying your fucked up family? How about you do that? Shitbird daddies is the reason why fathers go missing. Real Coach JB. We got a loaded lineup today. Let's dive into it. Let's dive into it right out the gate. Serena and Venus Williams. Oh, this one hurts. God, this show's going to be special. Take shots at Harrison Buckner at the fucking ESPYs. That's why I could not go with Smitty, because there's no way I was going to go listen to this shit. Patrick Mahomes Sr. in trouble again and with driving with an invalid license. Tyreek Hill, the epitome of shitbird. Another kid out of wedlock. His 5th of the year. It's like we're talking about baseball and shit like, damn, Aaron Judge just hit his 5th home run of the season already. It's only July. This motherfucker got 5 kids by 5 baby mamas in 1 year. It's not even a year. It's like 5 months. Fucking shitbird, man. Can't get out of their own way. Can't get out of their own way. Shador Sanders says Colorado is everybody's Super Bowl. I disagree. We're going to dive into that. Joe Biden calls Ukrainian President Putin. Called the motherfucker Putin. And we still want to vote for him. Whoever votes for Biden is an absolute fucking moron. I'm just going to throw it out there right out the gate. But before we begin, Coach JB is solo dolo without my co-host, Naptown legend, 317 Far East Side, LeBron Hairline, having Fox Sports' very own Big Smitty. He won't be joining us today. It'll be me, solo dolo, and, old school, reminisce. But let's dive into it. Let's get right into the quote of the day, brought to you by betonline.ag. What up, man? The real Coach JB here for the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty. We got a proud new sponsor, of course, for the second part of the year, and that's BetOnline. Continue to be your number one source for all basketball wagering needs, including pro and college hoops throughout the year. March Madness is here. Join us every Monday and Friday with Jeff Nadu as we will pick them and up-to-minute odds, stats, and trends. You can follow your favorite team's path to the playoffs with in-game live betting, contests, and all the best player props. Experience the world's best wagering platform anytime from your desktop to your mobile device. Head on over to Bet Online today. Become part of the team and remember to use promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for 50% off plus welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts. Peace. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's dive into it. We got a lot going on, man, right out the gate. I got about 1,000 DMs yesterday about college football 25 again, using my fucking name and image and likeness. Oh, NIL. My bad. Name, image, and likeness. Isn't that what the fuck my shit's being used as right now? Name, image, and likeness? Aren't they using my shit? Look at this. Somebody sent this in the Discord, apparently. They sent me. This is a mode in college football 25 Dynasty. And if you read it closely, I just found out this morning about this. Jimmys and Joes, not X's and O's. You scout faster and recruit better than any other type of coach. Now, I need to know, can I sue these motherfuckers or what? I'm going to find that out. We're going to find that out. These motherfuckers better start. Hey, EA Sports, you better holler at me. We're going to have fucking problems, Houston. You better holler at me. You better holler at me, Houston. EA Sports, all you motherfuckers, you better holler at me. I'm getting tired of these motherfuckers, man. It's fucking unbelievable. But yet I'm the blackballed one. Shit, can I have 5 kids and just start fucking doing whatever I want to do? Shit. This shit is crazy, man. Unbelievable. But they say I got white privilege. I've never been a victim. I never received any white privilege, by the way, in my entire motherfucking life. Never in my fucking life. Goddamn shame. But I don't cry and bitch about it. I don't have 5 other kids that year about it. I don't just come out and say, oh, fuck it. The world's against me. I'm going to play victim today. Here's the thing about it. We're going to dive into this show right knee deep, but let's get to quote of the day. Brought to you by Bet Online. Quote of the day. Don't let your tongue get your fucking teeth knocked out. That's the quote of the day. Don't let your tongue get your teeth knocked out. Quote of the day brought to you by betonline.ag. That's just real talk. I don't know if you realize that. See, back in the day, your tongue used to get motherfuckers' teeth knocked out. Nowadays, it's a pat on the back on social media. It's a fucking pat on the back on social media. He called me bitch. JB called me bitch on Twitter. Them motherfuckers, that's what they want. They think it's fucking cool. Shit is crazy to me, man. Trigger words. Motherfucker. Cuss words. Contrary to belief. Brought to you by Prize Picks. Head on over there. Use the promo code CoachJB. Real friends talk shit in your face and say nice shit behind your back. Contrary to belief. Yeah. Real friends talk shit in your fucking face. Talk nicely behind your back. Backstabbing fuckboys speak nice in your face and talk shit behind your back. Just throwing that out there, contrary to belief. Don't ever get worried about getting stabbed in the back. I always knew I'd be stabbed in the back. I always knew it. But when you turn around and see who's holding that fucking knife, holy shit. Then you start to be like, damn, this motherfucker talked nice in my face his whole life. Then he backstabbed me like this? Exactly. Real friends talk shit to your face. They'll tell you the real shit in your fucking face. So regardless if you get butthurt or not, the real shit needs to be told in your face. Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes Sr., all these fucks out here doing this dumb shit have never been told in their face by a real homie that they're a fuck up. The only thing they get told is, yes, sir, I'll do whatever you say. And then go backstab the motherfucker trying to get money out from his accounts. Try to manage his money and steal it. Try to fucking go do some other dumb shit. These are the motherfuckers you see riddled across the country. Just telling you. It is what it is. So, Is what it is. Two people in this world I trust. Me and the other motherfucker ain't you. Just remember. Poll question. Let's dive right into this before I get into the show. Please, chat. You got to act as my Smitty today. I need some feedback. Poll question. Brought to you by winnable.com/slap-picks. Join it today and become a member of our first down package. Poll question. Should the Packers sign and extend Jordan Love today? Now, immediately, not wait for the season. Should the Packers sign and extend Jordan Love now? He's on the end of his $11 million deal. He's in that marketplace. He's gonna get big money. But when does he get the big money is the question. So do you just say fuck it and sign him now? Or do you wait and see what happens? Because remember, this is a business. And God forbid, knock on wood, I like Jordan Love. I like what he does. I like the growth. But God forbid he gets hurt this season and they sign him before the season even begins. That's the only reason and only real the only real setback I see that Jordan gets hurt and they sign him. So I'd have, to be honest, if I'm the man, if I'm calling the shots on this one, I don't just jump in with everybody else. I need to see another year. I'm just going to be real. That's just me. That's just me. My bad. That's on me, Bailey. I fucked that up, I think. God damn it. It's all right. Let's keep going, diving into this. I would wait. My answer to the old question, I would wait and let him play one more year, stay healthy, see what he could do, show some growth, some more growth. And that's who I would do. That's what I would wait on. Now, I'm not saying wait. We're not waiting for another QB, okay? We're not waiting for another QB or any of that. But what I'm saying is I want to make sure he's okay. I want to make sure that he's healthy and can prove to me one more year that he can do what we all saw. He can do what we saw last year. That's all I want to see. That's all I'm saying. So it is what it is. Let's dive into this Serena and Venus Williams thing in a minute. I want to dive into that. But I got to ask you right out the gate, since I'm rocking solo dolo, I wanted to bring up a few things with you. I want to ask you another question to everybody in the chat. And ladies, where are you at? Ladies, where are you at? Where are you at, ladies? I got to ask you, would you ever allow your lady, men, would you allow your lady to do this? And ladies, when did you think that this was okay in the club to grind on two random motherfuckers? I want to know, ladies, where are you at, ladies? When did you think this was okay? She got no ass at all. She got that disease called no ass at all. When the fuck is this okay? And the man is over here, by the way, watching. That's some weirdo fuck. This is why, Lucy, when, I got to be honest, when did we become so feminine as men? Where the fuck are the alpha males at? Like, I want to be clear here, real fast, talking about this. I want to be real clear. Home wreckers are not a real thing. I'm just throwing that out there. Contrary to belief, home wreckers do not exist. There is no such thing as a home wrecker. Oh, he's a home wrecker. No, he's not a home wrecker, dog. There is no such thing. And a lot of you probably will never understand what I'm saying because I'm too real for a lot of you motherfuckers. There's no such thing as a home wrecker. A home wrecker was allowed in your home. There ain't no such thing. That means your girl let a home wrecker in and gave him the number, gave him the DM, gave him the whatever it may be. Home wrecker means your man gave that girl the number. Means that your man gave the girl the DM. You all allowed the home wrecker in your house. You allowed it. There's no such thing as a home wrecker. Half the time, the home wrecker don't even know you got a wife or a man. They trying to just fuck. Because your ass never told them. No, I'm married. Get the fuck out of here. It's absolutely the two married people's fault. It ain't fucking my fault for fucking your wife. You allowed it, motherfucker. I coached it. Shit. Home wrecker. Call me what you want. Fucking home wrecker my ass. Ain't no such thing as a fucking home wrecker. You motherfuckers let me in. Shit. Just throwing it out there. But where the fuck was the man choke slamming everybody in the picture? And then who married her with no ass? Who married that shit with no ass at all? God damn, dog. We're a fucking dying society. Let me just tell you. We are a fucked up society. I'm going to be honest. Let me break down two things here as I segue into this Serena Williams thing. All right. Yesterday, Putin was on stage and called Zelensky Putin. I just called Biden Putin. Biden called Zelensky Putin. Take a look at this.
Now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. He's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it. Anyway, Mr. President.
I'm better.
You are a hell of a lot better.
No, you're not better. You're a fucking trafficker, you fucking idiot, that we're paying to buy fucking Teslas and shit for his wife. First of all, that's our president of the free world. Just throwing that out there. So if anybody thinks that's okay, then that's why we're fucked up. That's why we're fucked up. Just real simple. And I don't care if you disagree with Trump. I'm not a Trumper per se, but I sure endorse Trump right now over Biden. I'm telling you straight out. I will endorse Trump. Doesn't mean I'm voting for anyone. I'll endorse Trump all day long, though. And you can talk about lesser of two evils or whatever. That dude right there, his whole administration is a fucking, it's fucking, exactly, your point is right. It's not about Trump either. It has nothing to do with Trump. These are the two guys that'll be on the ballot, or it'll be Kamala or Michael, whatever, whoever it's going to be. But goddamn, homie, you can't sit here and tell me that this shit is okay. At this point, if you fucking, you can't endorse something and not vote, you fucking idiot, Keith Smith. Because I just told you I'm doing it. What do you mean? How do you endorse it? What do you mean? Why wouldn't I endorse it? Doesn't mean I'm not. So, and I endorse something does not mean I have to vote for it. Because if I do agree that voting is skewed and crooked as shit, then why would I vote? But if I do endorse something, meaning it's better than the current situation, Keith, just throwing that out there. I don't vote. I don't believe in voting. I think voting's all lies. So I'll never vote. I've told you that a million times. So I'll never vote for anyone. But I will endorse a motherfucker. I will rock a shirt on my platform. Don't be surprised. You should go on my website. Wait till I've dropped that bomb. But anyway, and I give two fucks. Serena goes on stage yesterday at the fucking Wokies, which is the ESPYs, and says this.
So go ahead and enjoy women's sports like you would any other sports because they are sports. Yes.
Except you, Harrison Butker. We don't need you.
At all. Like ever.
What the the fuck was that in the middle? Who was that? Let me break this down. And I actually, so everyone in the chat knows. What the fuck is that? It's funny to me, man. First of all, I want to give you some history. It's in my book, Hate Me Now, Love Me Later, the bestseller, by the way. That is a basically autobiography of me and my story. I wrote a whole story. There's a paragraph in there, obviously, about Serena and Venus, because I used to walk Serena and Venus from home to Compton College to play on a, let's say, netless tennis court in the hood for many summers. Me and my homeboys would walk her, Serena, their other sister, who, rest in peace, got shot on Greenleaf and killed years ago. So growing up as youngsters, you don't think about politics. You don't think about any of this shit. And then later, politics breaks you up as friends. This is not the case with her and I. I talked to her one time since we were kids, or she was a kid. I'm older, of course, but I saw her at UCLA and I yelled at her name and said, JB, and she came over to the gate and just said, oh my God. And we talked for a hot minute at Poly Pavilion. There was a tennis match there, 10, 15 years ago when she was on the prime. But I want to be clear. We grew up in Compton, okay? She no longer claims Compton. Tiger Woods grew up in Cypress, California. He went to Western High School with one of my best friends. Serena and Venus are from Compton. Their father, their mother, everybody's from Compton. And then they make it big and they claim Jupiter, Florida. And then Tiger Woods makes it big and he just says, fuck Cypress, California, where I grew up. He claims Florida. This is the problem. We are quick to dismiss where we grew up and where we're from. And we're quick to shit on our roots and where we grew up. But we go and revert back to how we grew up and what was told to us as youngsters. And let me put this in a tie and a bow and a tie for you. This is Serena in a nutshell. This was me when I was young. I was told by OGs, I was told by my surroundings in the hood that Democrats are this, Republicans are this. You know how many hood cats, quote unquote, I grew up with who actually had money and just wanted to be, who just wanted to be a follower, wannabe ass motherfucker because their homie was the real gangster? So guess what happened? Their daddies and mamas were really Republicans, had money. This is in the 80s. And their hood homies were broke strugglers who claimed Democrat and would tell the rich homie who lived on the same block, you got to be hood, dog. To be hood, you got to be Democrat. To be hood, you got to vote left. To be hood, we've been deprived our entire lives. We got to play this victim mentality role. This is all real shit, by the way, contrary to everyone in their belief. I was one of those guys being told I had to be the victim. I was deprived. I was lied to my entire life. I was lied to my entire life. I was lied to in my entire life, meaning this. Come on, dog. You don't know. This is what it is. This is about the fucking mentality. We got to make sure that, they're trying to keep us down. Come on, man. I grew up and got out of there, and I saw from my own two eyes, and I saw my very eyes, and I said, you know what? I was lied to. I don't think this way. This ain't real life. This is not what's really going on out here. I see differently than what's being told to me. What I see is actually different than what they told me. Why is that different? And now why can't I have my own fucking ideology and philosophy? Because I go against the grain of the homies who raised me. I go against the grain now that I'm like, oh shit, I gotta be hood Democrat because I'm hood. Oh man. First of all, my mom was a nurse and a doctor growing up, but by the way, my mom and dad got divorced when I was a young kid. You fucking idiot. I never even lived with my mom. You fucking idiot. Since you know so much, Mr. Terrible, break down my whole life. You fucking idiot. By the way, I grew up with my grandparents in Compton in Luders Park as the only white boy on the block, the only white boy at elementary, middle school, you name it, growing up. So since you know so motherfucking much about me, how about you tell my story, motherfucker? You trolls are embarrassing. I'm going to be honest. You just are a fucking embarrassment because you actually just talk and you have no fucking clue about anything. It's unbelievable. You have no fucking clue about anything. You assume, which makes asses of us all, and that's what you are. You're an absolute fucking idiot. The dick riders in the chat that are even members are absolute fucking idiots, and it blows my mind. If I claim Compton, how can I hate on Palmdale? The fuck does that mean? Keith, you're from Iowa, you fat fuck. Shut up. God damn. You're from fucking Iowa, homie. The fuck are you talking about? Palmdale has nothing to do with Compton, you fucking idiot. No shit, I would clown Palmdale being from Compton, you fucking clown. Go back to the fucking Quad Cities, motherfucker. You weirdo fuck. Shut up, Keith. Stop talking about shit you don't know about. Holy fuck. And I'm hearing that we do have dick riders in the Discord. If that's true, I got to get in there and start blocking motherfuckers out. I got to start getting rid of these bitch-made Discord dick riders. So if I do need to do that, I'm sure the real ones in the Discord will let me know. So I'll find out about that. Because we're not going to get infiltrated by dick riders. Come on now. We can't do that. But Serena and Venus go on and talk about Harrison Buckner. Here's my point to this Serena and Venus thing. You guys were lied to. You made money. You shitted on Compton and got out of town. You started claiming Jupiter fucking Florida. By the way, Serena, your roots and your soil lies in Compton, homegirl. Your sister got laid down on Greenleaf in Compton and was put to rest in Compton. Your family's roots are in Compton. Your sister didn't get shot in Jupiter, Florida. She got shot in Compton. So I'm trying to figure out how you're so quick to shit on Compton and claim Florida when you make money. But then you go back to the fucking wokies at the ESPYs and start talking shit about Harrison Buckner, who really just was speaking clearly, freely, and just using what his God-alienable rights are to speak fucking freely, and you girls out here are going to go talk shit about the man. By the way, can we play that again, Bailey, real quick? You can play it from this angle. I'm curious to see what she said again.
Go ahead and enjoy women's sports like you would any other sports because they are sports.
Yes. Except you, Harrison Butker. We don't need you.
D. Jones, they sure can speak freely. But D. Jones, my question to you is, where the fuck they been when it comes to women's sports for the last fucking 3-4 years, homie? Take that shit off, Bailey. Please. Where they been, D. Jones? Where the fuck has Venus and Serena been when women's sports, homie? Now you want to get on there and talk? Yeah, they can speak freely. But how about keep it funky, keep it real, and come out here and talk about women's sports this whole fucking time? I haven't heard Venus and Serena talk about women's sports one fucking time. But you get on the platform, dolled up, makeup up, looking fly, and then you want to throw a shot at a motherfucker who's always ready for the smoke. Make it fucking make sense, dog. Make it fucking make sense. Now all of a sudden they're women advocates, huh? You can speak freely, but you can also be a fucking hypocrite. You can also be a fucking hypocrite and not show up when it matters. You can also not fill up your own WNBA seats as women and then talk about the men who don't support the women. Really? What the fuck we got to support the women for in the WNBA? Where the fuck are you at, Venus and Serena? Where the fuck are you at? I ain't seen you one time. And then the women will go out there, especially the gay women, the lesbians will go out there and start talking shit about fucking the Rapinos and all these motherfuckers will go out here and talk about motherfucking boys playing girls in sports. And then they get their motherfucking ass whooped They get their motherfucking ass whooped by a man, a biological man in their own sport, and then they want to go cry and over spilled milk. Get the fuck out of here, man. You motherfuckers are so goddamn embarrassing. It's a joke. It's so fucking embarrassing. Head on over to CoachJBStore.com. Grab you a bucket hat. Brian Case got his. He won one. A few other people they won their own bucket hat. We got the black for Smitty. We got the white for me. Racist Show, RACCISSS. Go make sure you head on over there to CoachJBStore.com and grab you some merch on the realest show on planet Earth. Venus and Serena fucking disappointed me yesterday. I'm going to be honest. I'm glad I didn't watch it live because I would have did a live video on it, and then it would have been what it was. But fuck all that. They'll protect Brittany Griner's man ass, but they won't worry about – they'll worry more about Harrison Buckner because they're not smart enough to understand what Harrison Buckner really said. They absolutely just use trigger words like it was a short video, and they cut out the rest of the context, and they just showed the one short video, and then they want to talk about all that shit. How about you talk about the whole context of his discussion? It's unbelievable, man. The fucking trolls and the fucking... Whew. It's unbelievable to me. It's unfucking believable to me. But it is what it is. Patrick Mahomes Sr. in trouble again, man. I got to ask the chat what's going on with this man and why he continues to throw his son under the bus. Why do you continue to throw your own son out there like that? You put your son out there like that. And anybody out here in the chat who don't think he's putting his son in harm's way is an absolute fucking moron. You're an absolute idiot and a moron if you defend what the daddy's done because he's the daddy. Right now, he's a daddy. He's not a father. Let's just be clear and honest. He's a daddy, not a father. He nutted Patrick out. He did not raise Patrick. That's the difference. At least he ain't raising him now because that motherfucker is setting the worst precedent for a starting superstar quarterback who's about to make $1 billion playing this game that you can possibly make. Period. That you can possibly do. 3 DUIs. Now another arrest for a no driver's license while driving. Homie, you have a son who is a cash cow, and not that cash matters to me or it should not be the number one motivator in life. It's the root of all evil. Let's just be honest. But when you have absorbent amounts of money, why can't you dumb fucks move smarter? Why can't you move smarter? I'm trying to figure it out. Why not? Miles Wonder, am I supposed to not talk about anything? Miles Wonder, you watch the show and we'll just sit here like this and talk about nobody. Because if you didn't know, fuck boy, I'm going to talk about another man or another woman the whole show every day, 5 days a week. The last time I checked, a man is a human and a woman's a human, and I have to talk about something. There, hence what we call a show. A show requires us to have topics about somebody. You fucking idiot. Holy shit, man. What a fucking... We got the dumbest fucking idiots that I've ever seen. Some of the dumbest fucks make the dumbest comments I've ever seen. First of all, back to Mahomes Sr. When is he going to bite Patrick Mahomes in the ass? When is this outside noise going to bite Patrick in the ass? Because right now, Patrick Mahomes has been defying odds, winning Super Bowl after Super Bowl because of his brother being whatever the fuck he is. His daddy having all this drama. His girl, Milka Magnesia, Sports Illustrated, we know damn well that's the LeBron James favor right there. That meaning Patrick Mahomes' favor. No damn way your girl deserved to be on anything, cover of anything, other than a motherfucking the missing milk carton. I don't know about no fucking Sports Illustrated, but shit, dog. God damn, this shit is crazy to me. I don't get it. Like, He has enough money to buy Uber. Why don't you have a Uber sitting there on your ass? Pops? Trying to figure out, why don't you have an Uber sitting there? Like, shit, dog. Our special mystery guest was going to hop on here in a couple minutes, but I fucked it up. And so he won't be on today. He'll be on Monday, though. Shaun King will be on in about an hour. Jeff will be on after that. I fucked that up. Damn it. I fucked that up. Miles Wonder. Shut up, you fucking troll boy. It is what it is. We'll be back. We're getting closer and closer to the season, so it's all good. Stay tuned. It is what it is. Let's dive into this Shedeur Sanders thing, man. Says that Colorado's everybody's Super Bowl.
Obligation. Does that sort of flow over to you as his son and being in the spotlight, as you just answered, that it's a different level in how you feel you have to perform? Do you have an obligation to perform at a different level?
It's been that since day one. I remember first media day when I was in HBCU, I said, we won't lose a game. I'm undefeated in the SWAC, so I already know what the expectation comes with. I know we're everybody's Super Bowl, so I'm really just I always stay level-headed, stay grounded, because I would never want to be that guy, look back, and not being able to take advantage of the moment that we have right now.
I don't know why everybody thinks Matt McChesney was supposedly the mystery guest. That's my point. Assumptions make assholes of you all. It's fucking unbelievable, man. It really is. Why do you think it was Matt coming on? But Matt may be on next Monday, though, by the way. He may be on Monday. By the way, Matt's been out of town, been on vacation, been chilling. He's been doing things. He's coaching his kids right now. So there's another thing, a morning conflict, just contrary to everyone's belief out there. Matt and I talk all the time. By the way, Shedeur Sanders is not undefeated in the SWAC. Thank you, Alan. Who said he was? Why would you go out and say you were undefeated in the SWAC? You're not undefeated in the SWAC. So that's a lie. Will all the Shedeur Sanders dick riders stand up and please text and DM and tweet at Shedeur and tell him, Shedeur, I swing from your nuts, but you're wrong. You got to come back and fix it. You got to fix it. Say you lost. Of course not. Of course you won't say that. Of course you won't. Fucking slapdicks, man. God damn. It's unbelievable. It's fucking unbelievable. By the way, you're not everybody's Super Bowl, bro. You're not. You're not everybody's Super Bowl. You're not. I'll be honest. I don't believe Oregon gives a fuck about you. They proved that to you last year. I don't believe Utah could give a fuck about you. They proved it last year. I don't believe real programs give a fuck about you. You're not Super Bowl. You're not. You're a team that is in the limelight every day that everyone talks about. So, therefore, you think you are the Super Bowl team everyone puts on their calendar. They're not putting it on their calendar because they're worried about beating you because you're the national champs. You're the defending fucking national champs. That's not what it's about. They're putting you on their calendar and marking it down because the shit show that you guys have become. Come on, man. God damn. It's unbelievable. You're not a Super Bowl winning team. You're not the national champs. You're not a fucking serious organization. Come on, man. Let's be honest. Holy shit. Deion Sanders, staying in Colorado, talks about former Broncos and now Colorado OC Pat Shurmur. Take a listen. It's going to be interesting.
want to see out of Coach Sherman?
First of all, Coach Sherman's phenomenal. And the job that he did at the conclusion of the last year running someone else's offense was not easy. But he did it, and he did a great job. And especially not having Shador for, I think, the final game, a game and a half. Pat Shurmur is a pro. Pat Shurmur is a communicator. Pat Shurmur is a guy that's relational, that once you get to know him, once he builds that relationship, you're going to want to play for him. You're going to want to hunt for him. You're going to want to kill for him. So he's that type of guy. And the relationship that he has with Shador and understanding that what both of them want to accomplish on the field is poetry in motion. And then it's easy to communicate with him when I'm saying, hey, let's get the ball into DeJounte's hands. So he already has 3 to 5 plays already ready for those particular guys, okay? Because I can see and see the landscape and how these guys, their moves. Okay, let's get the ball to Travis. Okay, now you already got that going. But also a pro understands the running game and how important the running game is. So Pat is bringing a tremendous amount of experience and success to the table.
Okay, so look, I like Deion. I always have. He knows I like him as well. Contrary to all you Dick Riders fans out there that don't know, it's like Dalvin the Truth or whatever his name is and all those fucking idiots. Absolute fucking Dick Riders who anything Deion does. Deion could fart in the wind and then Dalvin the Truth smells it and he'll fucking capsulate it, put it in a fucking jar, and then he'll fucking sell it on eBay. Deion farts. I got him. Here's the thing. I got cringe vibes right now listening to that. And I'm going to tell you why. And I can't wait for all the Dick Riders to come out, all the Deion Sanders Dick Riders to come out, JB haters to come out. If you go back and listen to what he said on that podcast interview, he said that Shurmur is an awesome OC. So look, obviously I know who his father is. I know that Shurmur is an NFL product of nepotism. And a lot of things that I know about Shurmur is that he's not an actual great OC. But we'll save that for another day. But let's dive into real tax because real football is not the same as social media football. And all you guys in here understand is social media football. So you have to just take whatever anyone says and you run with it. When the real people like me understand who really are good coaches and who are victims or products of nepotism, and they're in there just calling plays because of who their daddy is, that is when it comes real football. You'll never understand that. So here's what Deion just said that stood out to me. I got rid of my OC who did not take shit talk back from Shador. I eliminated the conflict in the room, who was a guy named Shaun Lewis who wanted to really coach hard, be a great OC, which he is, by the way, and a guy that Shador didn't like for whatever reason, probably because he cussed him out. I got rid of him, and I got a guy in here who will bow down to Shador and understand and be cool with Shador and tell Shador how great he is every single day. The last time I checked, that's not coaching. That's playing daddy. And you already have a daddy in Deion Sanders. Your daddy is Deion Sanders. For Deion to say that Shurmur is a great communicator and loves Shador and has a great understanding with Shador tells me that this is another bad look. It's another way of saying I had to hire a guy that Shador liked. When if I was Shador's head coach and daddy, meaning if I am Deion, I'm hiring a Shaun Lewis. I'm hiring a ass kicker OC who's going to test Shador Sanders, push his ass to the limit every day, and coach him as if his daddy's not on the staff. That's what I would do. That is who I would hire because I'm setting Shador up for failure right now by hiring guys that want to be his buddy versus guys that want to push him to the limit and get him to the NFL. Because the NFL stands for not for long. And that's what it means for Shador Sanders as well, if we continue to coddle him. Now, I'm not saying Deion coddles his sons. I think Deion is a great dad, no question. But in this football space, as a daddy coaching your son. It needs to change. It can't show. You can't show the nepotism on the field because all the other players see through it. If my son gets this special treatment and I hire guys to be special with my son, the quarterback, I'm setting my program up for failure. Period. And that's what I heard in that video. Shaun, baby, let's play that video again, that audio again, so we can listen. I want everyone to listen specifically what he says about Shermer and Shedeur. Take a listen and tell me I'm wrong.
First of all, Coach Sherman's phenomenal. And the job that he did at the conclusion of last year running someone else's offense was not easy. But he did it, and he did a great job. And especially not having Shedeur for, I think, the final game, a game and a half. Pat Shermer is a pro. Pat Shermer is a communicator. Pat Shermer is a guy that's relational, that once you get to know him, once he builds that relationship, you're going to want to play for him. You're going to want to hunt for him. You're going to want to kill for him. So he's that type of guy. And the relationship that he has with Shedeur and understanding that what both of them want to accomplish on the...
Enough said. Enough said. Enough said. Why is it, dog? See, all you fanboys in the chat have no fucking clue what you're talking about, and it irritates me to an extent. And Latrell, it disappoints me that you don't see through the bullshit either because you coach now. You're 30 now, Latrell. You've been around. Why didn't Deion Sanders mention any other quarterbacks? I'll wait, Latrell. I'll wait, all you fanboys of Deion. Why didn't Deion mention any other fucking player that his OC, Shermer, has to relate with? I'll wait. Go ahead. I'm going to wait. Do, 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 do. Do 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 do. Not one person can fucking answer it. Not one person can answer it. Oh my goodness, homie. Ah. Not one person. He doesn't have to answer it, Stilly Boss, Mr. fucking Nobody. He doesn't have to answer it. But I asked a question. You asked me questions. I asked the question. Why didn't he talk about any other player that the OC has to communicate with? See, the last time I checked, the offensive coordinator has to have a relationship with 5 offensive linemen, a tight end or 2, a couple fucking running backs, a group of wide receivers, a complete offensive staff of coaches who are going to monitor their position groups every single day in the fucking dorms, and then bring it all back to practice every day to get maximal effort from all 11 of those guys in order to be successful on the football field. The last time I checked, the OC just didn't talk about the quarterback and only one quarterback because it's going to be a fucking travesty, knock on wood, is if Shedeur goes down with an injury and I got to bring the backup in who I've never mentioned one time and who never gets any fucking fame, who never gets any clickbait, social media fucking follows, who never gets filmed by the Suns and the fucking whole media fucking crew, and then I need him to win me a game? Uh-oh, the plot twist. The plot twist. Oh, now y'all need me? Y'all didn't mention me before, but now I got to come in cold foot and win you a game. God damn, you fanboys are embarrassing, dog. I'm going to be real. You're embarrassing as fuck, homie. You're fucking embarrassing as shit. Why didn't you talk about it then? Why didn't he talk about it, though? Why didn't he talk about any other players? If your OC is so communicative and it's such a good situation, why didn't he talk about the O-line having to protect the so-called great Shedeur Sanders? Why didn't we talk about all the other things? We all know Staub. See, that shit is embarrassing, homie. When these cats come in here and drop a name, how tall is Staub? How tall is Staub? Stilly the boss? You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna start calling you motherfuckers in and having you come on live, and then show your hands so we know you're not internet Googling. And I'm gonna ask you questions about all you dick riders in here who all say y'all know who everyone is. I want to bring you in, and I'm going to say, all right, break down Staub. Show me him. Tell me what he looks like. I bet you motherfuckers don't even know what he looks like. If he's white, black, or whatever. Mr. Terrible. I work for myself, motherfucker. You got me fucked up. This is how much you work. I work for you, okay? Just so you're clear. Mr. Terrible. I work for you about as much as this. Bye, you fucking dumbass dick riders. You motherfuckers really think I give a fuck about you? You really do. The ones I give a fuck about are the OGs in here that I know are real. Mr. Terrible became a member to troll. You don't think I know that, you fucking idiot? Bye-bye, Mr. Terrible, since I work for you. God damn. Motherfucker, I make your life go. I make your life go. Don't get it twisted, you bitch. You wake up in the morning at 6 to me. I don't wake up to you, you fucking idiot. Holy fuck, some of you guys, man, need to have a wake-up call. Some of you need to have a fucking real look in the mirror and say, damn. I do wake up to Coach. Because he's real and he's honest and he's going to keep it real with us. And, you know, he's going to give us some fucking fun shit to talk about. But nah, this dumb motherfucker, I work for him. Let's dive into the realest show on planet Earth. Make it make sense. Give me my theme music, Dion. I mean, JB. I mean, Shador.
Without a doubt, it's Compton in the house. Without a doubt, it's Compton in the house. Without a doubt.
Let's flip it to the bucket. Let's flip it to the bucket hat. Let's flip it to the bucket hat. Make it make sense with the bucket hat. Because Tyreek wears a bucket hat quite often, I think. And make it make sense is Tyreek Hill like a motherfucker. Tyreek Hill had another kid found by a Florida court, and a judge had to say, nope, this is your kid, motherfucker. We are sad, homie. And the cats that defend these cats are fucking sadder. Tyreek Hill had another kid found by a Florida court, and this is his 5th kid this season. This is baby having season, apparently, and this is his 5th kid this year, 2024, by his 5th baby mama. This cat is the epitome of a shitbird. And whoever is in his circle, whoever tells him this is cool, and this is the way it is, and this is it, dog, this is how you move, are yes men and do boys. You are absolute fucking yes men and do boys. You are absolutely the quote of the day when I told you that real motherfuckers talk shit in my face and talk nicely behind my back. You got a bunch of motherfuckers in your face who talk nicely and are telling everybody in the back, behind your back, how much of a fucking shitbird you are. And telling every single baby mama out there to hit your ass for child support. That's what they're doing, because they're now trying to fuck your new baby mama and tell them to hit them fucking you for child support so they can get on both sides and both acts. This is how they move. This is what we already know, but we continue to do this. This dude is about to be broke when he retires off of child support alone. And yet nobody in his circle has told this motherfucker he is foul or just as flat out dumb as fuck. This dude has a past for violating women, domestic, his own kids. He has a past. We already know. But adding on to that, with having kids by all these broads, is just another stamp on a shitbird lifestyle that we will eventually all catch up on. Since nobody else can catch him on the football field, this right here will catch him. This lifestyle will catch him. But ladies, make it make sense. Ladies in the chat, make it make sense. Y'all talk like you're so high and mighty and that you hand select these fucking nobodies and only hand select great men, and yet you know this cat has kids by 4 girls this year alone. It's in the media. He's a public figure, ladies. And you still want to be the 5th? Yeah, Tyreek, listen, dude. Listen, boo. I know you already got 4 kids this year alone, but you know what? Fuck it. Nut up in me, girl. Nut up in me, homie. I blame the women, dog. I gotta be real. I'm blaming you women. I'm being honest. Because if he didn't have you to nut up in, he'd be jacking off in his hand. That's the let's keep it real. Let's keep it funky. This woman, this 5th woman of the year, just said, fuck it. Bust one in me. Make it make sense, ladies. Keep it real, ladies. You see the bait. Let's keep it funky. The ladies see the bait. They throw it out there. And the fish, Tyreek's dumbass, bites on the bait. You have his ass for 18 years, lady. You have his ass for 18 years. Woo! Wait till all those homies that only talk nice in his face talk behind his back. Just wait for that. And they jump on these baby mamas bandwagon to get that bread, to get that cheddar. Because Tyreek Hill, you're not smart enough to understand that these broads are going to hit you where you've never been hit before. And you'll be fucking broke 3 years after you retire, like 78% of the NFL players are. Make it fucking make sense. It's the realest show on planet Earth. We'll be back in 4 after this commercial break. Peace. Hey, what up, homie? Hey, what up, homie? The real one's here. The real one, you prime sexual motherfuckers. Hey, the real one's here. What's happening, homie? Hey, let me ask you something. Have you coached before? I just want to ask a question. Yes. You've coached. What level? Young kids. So your resume is equal to mine. That's coached grown men at the same level. That's sent 28 to the league, 250 D1 kids, highest graduation rate. Nobody thrown in jail that's ever played for me. And other than I cut, other than that false shit you put out about Bobby Brooks. By the way, homie, I cut him 3 years before that video that you showed that he got arrested. So make it make sense. See, y'all do these false narratives, bro. Hold on. No, it wasn't my player. No, it wasn't my player, homie. That's what you don't understand. No, you associate him. Hold on, homie. Hold up. Let's be real. Hey, by the way, I actually appreciate all y'all in there talking and letting us talk because it's what grown men do. So because I keep it real. I appreciate how you guys are managing this conversation. But let's be real. This kid you know from Netflix, homie. You don't know him from playing for me. Keep it funky. That kid got cut. Homie, he got cut. Did he not get cut by me on Netflix? Did he not get cut by me? Hold on. I know where he's from. Who you think recruited the motherfucker? So, homie, do you think I don't know where the fuck I got him from? So let me be clear here. This man was cut from my team for doing a criminal act on Netflix, and I cut him, did I not? So if he goes after me and gets arrested 3 years later, how the fuck are you associating that with me? I tried to do everything I could for that young man. I tried to do everything. I gave him 6 opportunities. You don't think his head coach is my homeboy in Titusville? You don't think I know his mama, homie? You don't think I know the people that I got him from? Come on, man. You guys spill this drama, homie. You guys say the wrong shit.
Lucy, the prime sexuals are out.
That's the thing, though. You can't put out that fake shit when I still talk to Bobby and I still help Bobby and I put money on Bobby and you can't talk that shit because let me ask you guys something, homie. For all the hate out there, I'm gonna drop the mic on this. Show me one player, homie, that's played for me that has come out and talked shit about me. Because y'all don't understand. Real recognizes real, homeboy. How about Jermaine Johnson, first rounder? Have you hollered at him? Have you seen what he said about me? How about all the other NFL players I got in the league? You don't have to hunt them down, homie. If I was such a bitch, homie, what do you mean? You sound ignorant. If you don't gotta hunt nobody down if they want to hate on you, what are you talking about? If a motherfucker wanted to talk about me, how about Tank Dell? Have you hollered at Tank Dell about me? How about those motherfuckers? How about you go holler at real ones that actually make it, not the ones that got cut, homie? How about you go do that?
Lonnie Johnson.
Why the fuck I gotta do it, motherfucker? I'm the motherfucker. Why I gotta do it? You're the motherfuckers chasing this bait, homie. Why I gotta do it? Y'all got me muted, homie. Go ahead. Let me ask you guys something. I don't need to go hunt it down. I did it. I lived it. It's in my resume. I got 28 in the league. I got 10 first rounders. Yeah, what do y'all got? Let me ask you something. Let me ask something though. Let me ask you a real question real quick, because I just finished my show and I heard y'all doing something about me, which I give you credit. You made up a thing about me. Here's the thing. It takes a lot to go out of your way to create a thumbnail and all this old shit about another grown man. To me, it's a lot of feminine energy, but I got to be real. Let me be real. I got a show, homie. I do a 3-hour show, homie. Homie, I got a 3-hour show. You motherfuckers are nobodies. I got Kirk Herbstreit on my show, motherfucker. Who you got? Let me ask you a question. Do y'all know Dion? No. You don't know Dion? Are you fucking kidding me, homie? I know the motherfucker. You don't even know him? You motherfuckers are clowns. You don't even know him? Y'all don't even know this motherfucker. Y'all don't even know him, homie. Y'all some dick riders. Y'all some dick riding fanboys. Homie. Y'all motherfuckers are dick riding fanboys. Get your sorry asses out of here, you dick riding fanboys. Shut your bitch ass up. You fucking dick riding fanboys. God damn, these motherfuckers don't even know him, homie. That's the fucking... Oh, my God. I hope we recorded that.
Oh, yeah. We're live. We're still live.
Hey, good. That shit is comedy. Yes, sir, indeed. Let me see. I don't know why this nobody right here. I had grown men get in their cars to drive out of state to watch me play the O-line. Daniel Turbo Quiznos, an absolute troll with no pitcher. Why you want to go at Bailey, who actually played the game and knows more football than you will ever forget, know, or understand, blows my mind. Get your bitch ass out of here. These bitch ass trolls, dog. God damn. Callie, you want to go in? Come on, mama. Ash is right underneath Daddy, right here. Ash don't leave. Ash don't move. He's right here underneath my fucking feet. I got to smoke now. It's time for a stick. My other stick was shitty. I had to throw it out. It unraveled on me. It was old. It was sitting outside. I never waste a stick. Don't ever waste a stick. If you're a real cigar aficionado, you do not waste cigars unless it's absolute fucking mandatory. That it means it fell apart, it unraveled, or it was just a tough draw, rolled too tight, and you can't get no draw out of it. You're getting a headache from trying to suck on the bitch. That's what she said. You never get rid of a cigar. You smoke that bitch till the fucking fingernail. There's nothing worse than giving a cigar out, an expensive one at that, and a fucking person waste it. Nothing worse. Santee, who is this? Santee, hey, what up, girl? Nothing worse. Just throwing that out there. I want to dive into something in Chicago that's going on with the Hamases. On the realest show on Planet ERF. This happened in Chicago, by the way. Take a look. So what we can't play the music, but what they're doing is, so we're clear. These youngsters that play football, these youth athletes in inner city Chicago. You can take it away, Bailey. Let me explain real quick. So in Chicago, these youth athletes from football players to basketball gyms, football stadiums and fields are being used for immigrants. So the parents and these kids you just saw enter that gym is a gym that's being occupied and being sold out. Again, another main city in our country that's being sold out to the foreign immigrant Hamases, these Palestinians, all these fucks out here who are causing drama, assaulting our women and children, and yet these are the Biden illegals that we've allowed over the border that are in Chicago. And I heard Chicago is as bad as it gets with these illegals. They're just walking the streets. Anybody in here from Chicago, let me know. Raise your hand. Tell us the story. But everybody that I know in Chicago saying, JB, this shit is real bad, dog. It's all over the streets. They're taking our kids' facilities, and they cannot participate in their facilities because of these illegals using them to either A, sleep in it, B, use them for food, issuing Social Security cards to them. I've never seen nothing like it, dog. I've never seen nothing like it. I'm just telling you. Jamel Ridley said they're everywhere, and you better not say nothing to them. See, that's the difference. There's going to be a problem. Now, if I'm by myself and there's 50 of them, I'm not going to run up on them. What I'm telling you is if I'm with my boys and we're together and the homies is deep, we're talking shit to them. Ain't that funny how it worked? I ain't running up on 50 of them, but I'll run up on fucking with my boys. That's the problem. We got too many motherfuckers in our own country scared to take our own country back from these weirdo fucking illegals who we've allowed in here. And if you don't think that when it becomes football season and Chicago Bears are number one thing in town, and then it comes back to Chicago Bulls, number one thing in town. If you don't think that it's going to be high alert for anything to go down, from fucking terrorist threats to you name it, you're crazy. Especially there in Chicago, Philly, New York, California. We got the fucking, this shit is getting bad. It's getting worse, and it's only going to get worse as we get closer to election. And now we're letting NATO take F-16s into Ukraine. I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you. And you don't think I'll endorse Trump? You don't think I'm going to endorse Trump? You don't fucking mean I got to vote for him, but you're telling me that I'm going to not endorse him? You out of your fucking mind. And anybody that wants to unfollow, leave, etc., bye. I've never recruited from a 7-on-7 camp. Gee whizzy, you fucking idiot. Because you're a fucking moron. You don't understand that I don't need to go watch you play in shorts and flags to give you a scholarship. I want to see you in pads. And guess what? By the way, G Wizzy, the kids I offer them from practice film. Not even game film. Practice film. And I see them play in games in person. So I watch a game in person and I watch practice film on tape. That is how I evaluate. Not fucking 7-on-7. By the way, there ain't no D1 coach out here evaluating 7-on-7 either. It's contrary to your belief. If you think they're offering a quarterback that drops with a QBT and takes a 2-step fucking drop and he's 5'8" and can't throw the ball over the line of scrimmage, and you think we're going to offer him a fucking scholarship, you're delusional. Sorry. But you all think that that's what it is. You guys think 7-on-7 is where it's at. That's the problem with you fanboys. That's the problem with you DraftKings fantasy football playing fuck. Fantasy football was the worst thing ever to be invented because it gave all these fucking fanboys, all you fanboys in here that know nothing about the game, who watch it and envy everybody else that played it. You guys in the chat are sitting here and you think because you play fantasy and you actually pick guys that win you a fucking fantasy league, you actually really know football. That shit is fucking embarrassing. You should actually go outside and get under a guillotine and just go like this. I'm gonna be real with you. You motherfuckers are embarrassing. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm just telling you. It is what it is. So, I don't know. Sorry. That's just what it is. Who is Juice Pack? God damn. We got so many trolls in here. It's always something. The absolute nobody says, why are you always hating on somebody, JB? Roadrunner Stan said that. The absolute nobody with a no profile. Again, why are you so embarrassing? Why do you give me the context? Patrick Mahomes got me 40 DraftKings points yesterday. He's the fucking best ever. You know what Dan Marino would have got you? Holy shit, man. It's a joke. It's funny. It's funny. It's sad, though. It is sad. It's sad, but it is what it is. Let's dive into this rest of the show. 10 minutes, Shaun King will join us. We're going to break down a lot of QB play, by the way. We'll get back to a fucking QB talk. What am I cooking? I don't know. It's been hot as fuck. I put a new flat grill in yesterday, a charbroil flat grill. I put another fat grill. Fat girl. I like fat girls. I like some fat girls. They got to have like big titties, no gut though. Like fat to me is thick. She can't be no fucking Jabba the Hutt. Not the Jabba the Hutt bitch that we always show. Not that bitch. I'm talking about like a big old thick bitch. I've had a few big old thick bitches. But not fat. Like roll sloppy. No, fuck no. I can't do that. That's just disgusting. But there's a lot of brothers in this chat that will. A lot of brothers in this chat. I fucking guarantee. Where's my boy at? Keith Smith, ironically, I'm going to break down all these people. Keith Smith, he actually goes after skinny white girls. The audacity of this motherfucker. He actually goes after skinny white girls. Keith does. Keith's titties walking in, his motherfucking titties at his kneecaps. And this motherfucker is in there looking for the baddest, skinny, fit white girl in the whole building. Stilly the boss, though. He goes in looking for the fattest, ugliest bitch in the building because he knows he can hit or get some head. That's how brothers think. Let's keep it funky. And Stilly the boss is probably like this little skinny fucking shitbird who goes after fat bitches. And all you know damn well I know I'm right with all this shit. Stilly the Boss, you know damn well. Look at this Stilly the Boss, little fit, skinny motherfucker. He go after the fattest white bitch in the building. He gonna say I'm goofy because he knows I'm true. He knows I'm like absolute factual evidence right there. You know damn well, Stilly the Boss. There's video out your ass. I bet you there's video out there on your ass. Let's dive into this Bill Belichick thing before Shaun King jumps on. I don't know if you saw this, but Bill Belichick came out joining Inside the NFL as an analyst alongside Ryan Woke, Chad Johnson, and Chris Long. Very interesting right here. I don't know if you saw yesterday, and I don't know if Bailey has it or not, but there was a very interesting take on ESPN, and it seemed like Louis Riddick got kind of pissed yesterday. We'll find it later, but Louis Riddick actually on ESPN went at Herm Edwards because Herm Edwards said Louis couldn't catch the football. And when he recruited him out of Pittsburgh, Louis Riddick and I shared the same agent. Louis Riddick's one of the best analysts on sports on TV, in my opinion. Louis Riddick is at least steers away from most drama, just talks about the game as it's supposed to be called. I think Louis Riddick's the best on ESPN, my personal belief, my personal opinion. Herm Edwards came out yesterday and was talking about, can we get some DBs that could catch? Ryan Clark couldn't catch. Louis Riddick couldn't catch. And that shit was comical. We're going to show it later on. And Bailey, you don't even need to show it, but I was just talking about it. People, if you guys saw it or not, it's funny. If you guys did see that shit or not. But I want to break down what Belichick's going to be joining, what he's going to be talking about, because Bill being an analyst gives me, I don't know. Listen, you got to see him on Pat McAfee during the draft, and everybody went batshit crazy because that was a side that you don't really get to see. Everybody thought Bill Belichick sneaking out with a young bitch out of a trailer park and on the beach. It was one side of him, and then you see him with no T-shirt on. You see him with a dog at draft in a trailer 2 years ago. Everybody was like, damn, there's a different side to Bill Belichick. Makes $20 million a year. He's set for life. Going to be the all-time winningest coach if he ever coaches again. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know how I feel about him being in a closed environment with fucking guys like Ryan Clark. I don't know how that will go. I don't know how that's going to play out. I don't know how that's going to play out. I'm not super excited. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think it's a great idea either, Shaun. I don't think it's a great idea at all. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think it is. I think he's going to be quiet, kind of reserved, back to like him being a coach. So, because remember, I think Bill Belichick's only staying on TV to stay relevant, to actually attract a owner to be a coach again. That's all I think he's doing it for. So he cannot be who he was on McAfee during the draft. He has to be this person about, this ESPN type of person. That's just what it is. So that's my personal opinion. Let's send Bailey a picture. We'll do it later on, Bailey, but I'm going to send you a picture. I don't think it's a great idea, dog. I really don't. That's just me. You get to drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't think it's a great idea. I think he's going to be reserved because I think at the end of the day, he's still trying to coach. I think that he's still trying to coach. I think he wants the all-time wins record. And if you didn't want the all-time win record, why would we even be doing it? I just don't think it's a good look. I just don't think it's a good look. So, I texted you, Bailey. Yeah, I don't think it's a good look at all. That's just my personal opinion. But what do I fucking know? What do I know? I do know that Jimmy's and Joe's, not X's and O's, win football games, and I know college football, EA Sports is using my fucking all my shit. You can't tell me that I'm the most fucking shared video about their video game. They're using my fucking quotes, and yet won't give me any money, won't source me, they won't cite me, they won't do shit. Fucking EA Sports. Oh my goodness, man. Unbelievable. Hey, let's show the video I was talking about Louis Riddick and Herm Edwards. Take a look.
Ryan Clark, he can't catch. Louis Riddick, I know can't catch. I scouted Louis Riddick at Pitt. He cannot catch. He's got hands of stone. So you got to get some defensive backs that can actually catch. Ryan Clark, he can't catch. Louis Riddick, I know can't catch. I scouted Louis Riddick at Pitt. He cannot catch. He's got hands of stone. So you got to get some defensive backs that can actually catch the ball.
Ain't nobody listening to Herm anyway, man. I wasn't listening to Herm then. I ain't listening to Herm now.
Lou, I didn't like what Herm was saying yesterday at all. Like, I am the only one who's
I
allowed
know
to make
what
fun
you're
of
trying
you
to do, Jeff.
around
Jeff,
here.
you're not going to gas me up, Jeff.
Hey.
Jeff, you're not going to gas me up.
No,
I
didn't think it was very nice. I didn't think it was very nice.
I'm sorry.
Hey. By the way, I think Herm Edwards has 30 or 35 interceptions in the NFL in his career when he played. I like Louis Riddick a lot. I don't like Ryan Clark at all. Herm, though, see, this is back to the fact that we don't fucking appreciate or respect our elders. Herm Edwards was fucking pretty goddamn good. Just throwing that out there. I don't know if you realize how good Herm Edwards was or not. A lot of you youngsters never even got to see him. Yes, Herm Edwards is a lot older. Duh. He fucking did recruit. He did recruit Louis Riddick. What do you mean? He was in the draft. Louis Riddick was in the draft. Why wouldn't he evaluate him? Laura Rutledge, by the way, she's pretty good looking. She got no body. She got no ass for me, but she's pretty good looking. She's decent. Herm Edwards has one of the most iconic plays of all time. If you guys don't know, he's got one of the most iconic plays of all time. If you don't know that, I don't know if you knew that. Herm hired AP, which ultimately got him fired. I'm not going to even dive into all that. There's too much deep stories into that whole thing. Jaden Daniels, AP there's a whole deep story about it that I'm actually in tune with the whole thing. But Herm was not for college. Herm was not for college. I had two players that played for me that coached for Herm, and then I had good friends of mine coaching for Herm. Oh, excuse me. And they said it was an absolute shit show at Arizona State. You cannot coach college like the NFL, and you cannot coach NFL like college. Shout out to Joshua H., man. Clap it up. Dropping a C note on us. Chicago's bullshit doesn't fly out here in the Joliet area. I've wanted Riddick back in the NFL where he belongs. Sirianni will be fired, and Vic Fangio will take over. Chargers will win the AFC West, and Caleb Williams still hasn't signed a rookie contract, saying, I know my worth. Joshua H. bringing the fire with all the stat dats today on the show. Shout out to you for contributing. Appreciate you. Caleb. Caleb Williams not signing yet is interesting. I don't know. Let's see. Hold on one sec. I'm setting up some things. setting it up over here, setting it up. Caleb Williams not signing yet is interesting too. I don't know what you guys think about that, but it's interesting. Shaun King will be on. We're going to talk about Dylan Gabriel being put up in the front of the Heisman Trophy winning race already. I don't know. He hasn't signed yet because he's telling everybody that he's worth more money. He's worth more money. So I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do. Jeff Nadu will be on the show. He's trolling y'all. He'll be on the show here shortly. He might come on a little earlier too, after Shaun gets on here in a minute. Jeff might be fighting Rico. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just kidding. I don't know that at all, but I hear the chat chasing Jeff down. What's his name? Rico? Not Rico Knows. Rico Knows is an absolute fucking idiot. Joe Accord, we're not going to talk about the Vikings and Sam Darnold every fucking day on the show. Okay? They hasn't even played a down for the Vikings yet. Let me get my predictions right, and Sam Darnold hopefully proves me wrong, along with Daniel Jones. Shout out to Jeff. He just gifted 5 people, so shout out to everybody. I don't know who a Hakeem Boyd is, shot blocker. If you're going to ask a question, at least spell the man's name right or pronounce it right. Holy shit, man. You mean Rock? Who the fuck is Hakeem Boyd? He still hasn't spelled it right. Holy fuck. Get out of here, shot blocker. Fucking slapdick. Rakeem's been on this show like four times. I talk to Rakeem all the time. Rakeem had a baby recently, by the way. Y'all act like I don't know. Like it's unbelievable. It's fucking unbelievable, man. It blows my mind. I don't know if you've heard Devontae Adams was kind of pissed off at the Chargers social media team. They put his ass on a picture, and I'm just talking about it. Baby, you don't got to show it, but I was just talking about Devontae Adams. I don't know why the Chargers come at Devontae Adams. It seems like they've done it twice. They seem like it's done it twice. Today, Jeff, is a little bit extra than normal. We've had more clowns today in the chat. I've already blocked quite a few. We got a bunch of shitbirds today in the chat. A bunch of nobodies, by the way. A bunch of nobodies. Yeah, Rakeem got shot with the Lions, and then just injury prone, man. Just injury prone. Rakeem was just injury prone. That's all. He was just injury prone. Let's see. Let's see. He's fucking injury prone. I don't know. Max Hess said, why does today seem worse than others? I'm telling you, it really is. This guy Juice Pack's a weirdo fuck. I just want to look at some of these people and judge a few of them real quick. I want to dive into something, though, real quick before Shaun gets on or Jeff gets on. Deion Sanders and Shedeur Sanders and all that shit talking about I would love to play for AP at the Raiders, to me, is, again, back to the simple fact that we are now thinking that we can pick and choose. We can pick and choose where our players go from the college to the NFL level. Holy fuck, man. You got to be – this is why yesterday an NFL player told you that the enabled entitledness of our kids have become the worst of all time. We have dudes, daddies, and coaches in college telling people in the NFL that my son won't play for you. It is fucking unbelievable. The entitlement is at an all-time high. It's fucking unbelievable. I just can't fathom the fact that I can't wait. So you're telling me that Deion wants all three of his players for the Raiders? Oh, my God, dog. It's unbelievable. I want to pay some homage real quick before anyone jumps in here. Solo dolo for the last part of this thing. A mentor. It wasn't a personal mentor. I never coached under this man or anything. I'm a good friend with Lane Kiffin. I've got to be around his father, Monty Kiffin, for a long, long time. And especially when Lane was at SC, Monty would be there all the time at practice, still coaching, even though he wasn't on staff. And then he later became, I believe, an analyst. Lane put him on staff. But rest in peace, 84 years old, passed away yesterday. Great, legendary coach, legendary human. Lane is who he is because of his dad, regardless and contrary to belief. Lane is outgoing, talks a lot, funny. We're very similar in a lot of ways. He's just more reserved because he makes a lot of money and can't do what I do and say what I say because he knows he'll get canceled. But he pokes the bear, though, on social media. He pokes the bear. Shout out, man, to a legend, Monty Kiffin. He'll be ever have a legacy everywhere he's ever been. He's also, part of the Tampa 2 discovery in the NFL, where we drop the mic versus 4 verts, and we played 2-man over the top. We played zone out of it. It looked like one defense, but it was multiple faceted. It covered 2 vert. It covered 4 verts in man. It covered. It stopped the run in the run game. The safeties were at 8 yards, covering both. That was the true first time we really saw quarters match coverage. And a lot of you will never understand what it means, but it's okay. Quarters match coverage was when the safeties were at 8 playing the run box. And if number 2 vertical went vertical, they would also carry him in straight 0. It became cover 0 way back then. So it was cover 0, it was cover 4 to stop the run, and it was cover 2, Tampa 2, when the Mike would hold drop and carry and get depth versus an angle route, running back or a tight end spot over the center, any of those things. The hole dropper. And he had a hell of a hole dropper in Tampa, one of the greatest to ever do it, in Derek Brooks. So listen, Jimmy's and Joe's, not X's and O's. I still will go by. I still will carry that to the grave. Jimmy's and Joe's, not X's and O's. That Tampa defense was one of the best of all time. But having said that, you still got to have some sort of semblance of coverage and organization and structure in that system, and it has to make sense versus any personnel group, versus any route combination, versus any set. You have to still put all the pieces together of the puzzle. So, shout out to Monty Kiffin, man. Lane's father. I texted Lane yesterday and wished him my condolences. Told him I know how it is, losing a father. It's never easy. My dad would actually be 86 this year. He died at 67, damn near 20 years ago already, when I was just a young buck, 29 years old. So very interesting, to say the least. But rest in peace. We've lost some great people this year, just throwing that out there. We've lost some great people, from Larry Allen to Jerry West to Jesus Christ. How many guys have we lost this year alone? 6 or 7, at least, people known. 6 or 7 known famous folks? I would say at least. I would say at least 6 or 7. I don't know. Eddie Manyweather, did you say Jim Brown? Bill Walton died. Willie Mays just died. Who's my other man? Cepeda. Cepeda just died. Shit, we lost a lot. Eddie Manyweather, if you ever say Jim Brown died this year, I will come to Compton and slap the shit out of your ass. O.J. Simpson died this year. Fuck. We lost some legends. Jim Brown died fucking last year, homie. Rest in peace. I'm talking about this year. I'm talking about this year. Not last year. Shaun Burrows, they said, by the way, Shaun Burrows, it was verified yesterday. Shaun Burrows died of opioid overdose, right? Fentanyl. Louis Gossett Jr., very underrated actor, Lou Gossett. Biden probably died, or at least 2 or 3 of Biden's died this year. They covered him up with the mask. Apollo Creed. Apollo Creed. Yeah, Apollo Creed. Long Beach legend, by the way. Carl Weathers is his real name, by the way. Carl Weathers, Long Beach Poly. Tony Gwynn, Long Beach Poly. Some of the great legends from Long Beach. Carl Weathers, a Raider, played in the NFL, played in the CFL as well. Carl Weathers. I actually followed him as a youngster. Even after Rocky, when I found out who he was, I was like, holy shit, Carl Weathers was a baller. Him and Greg Townsend were real close. Greg Townsend will be a regular on the show during the season, by the way. God damn, we lost a lot of cats this year, dog. A lot of cats this year. Rest in peace to all the fallen soldiers, man, that walked this earth at one point or another. Shout out to all of them. We lost Hawk Tua. We lost 2 or 3 Bidens. Biden just keeps coming back. Biden has 9 lives around this motherfucker. Daniel Capps. I didn't say he was a Hall of Fame player, you fucking idiot. Holy shit. Do you listen or you just want to talk? See, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You're supposed to fucking listen before you talk. You just fucking talk before you listen because you hear. You don't listen. I said Hall of Fame humans. Dumb fuck. Listen. God damn, you motherfuckers just be talking. Who said they were Hall of Fame fucking players? God. Some of you motherfuckers just be talking. Marilyn Monroe died in 1969. Tupac died in 96. Biggie died in 97. The fuck are you talking about? I said this year, you fucks. Holy shit. Motherfuckers just throwing anything out. Vince Scully died in 1922. I said this year. Motherfuckers, Tupac died in 96. Fuck, homie. No shit. God damn. Jeff Nadu, what up?
What up? What's up?
You're muted, or am I muted?
I ain't muted, bro. That's you.
Aaron? Talk again?
Test.
Yeah, you're good. My shit's fucked up. My shit keeps shutting off, Bailey. I don't know why. So I got to turn my thing on every time I miss them. Jeff Nadu in here. Why? Poll question. Why did Jeff Nadu take big man on campus out of his bio on Twitter?
It was just time to move on from it. You know, I've had that nickname for a long time, and a lot of people just don't know what it means at this point. Like, How'd you get it? I think so. When I started doing content, this was 2010 or around then. I only handicapped college football. I only did betting on college football, and I was thinking about a name, and my mother said, "What about like big man on campus?" And I was like kind of a bigger guy at that point, so I just used it, and it just stuck. People started calling me that. But yeah, I it's time to get away from the nicknames.
No doubt. Yeah, I don't know I don't even know what's on mine. I guess it's just Real Coach JB. I guess I can't get rid of that. I guess.
I mean, I was pretty big, to be fair, at the time. So.
Yeah. All this shit going on with Colorado and Deion. Of course, it's not news to anyone like us because that's all we see. But what are you thinking about this whole thing that, first of all, Deion's trying to dictate where his players go and get drafted now, like if it was high school getting a scholarship, like where we get to pick where we play. And then number two, his son and all this talking about we're a Super Bowl every week. We are your Super Bowl every single week.
Well, listen, this guy continues to embarrass himself, embarrass his family. I mean, it's just everything about this guy. I don't really know where to go with them, but they're putting the target on their back again, like they did last year. And again, if it works, he'll be the big man on campus. But if it doesn't, it's not going to be good. It's going to be 10 times worse. Also, I didn't look into this much. What's the deal with their bank? They're bankrupt? Is that true?
Who, Colorado?
No, like them personally.
No, Shiloh Sanders has got sued for an assault when he was in high school. He got sued for $11 million, so he filed for bankruptcy. Shiloh.
Well, yeah, at that, what's he, 20?
He's old as fuck. Remember, he's been around. He's I think what? Bailey, how old is he? 23, 4?
It's young for
bankruptcy, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cover-up. It's a cover-up. He had to do it so because to be honest, his dad shied around the whole issue. He addressed it when it happened, and then they shied around. He's actually like 25 years old, dog.
But listen, at the end of the day, though, this is, as you know, it's very difficult to build a really good team through just picking people off the transfer portal, putting them in positions. How many kids left there? What, 7? It was a lot, right?
Not sure.
Any other team, they wouldn't be picked where they are. I mean, you look at, I think the team with the second most transfers, you know who it is? Charlotte, I believe. It's a super, like a team that, again, Charlotte would be one of the worst teams in the American. Just, again, it's going to be difficult. But again, they have the big names. It's like, it's not anybody's Super Bowl, right? There's plenty of teams that are sniffly. Playing Alabama is a lot of team Super Bowls. Playing, Clemson or teams like that. That's people's Super Bowls, not fucking Colorado.
Teams that won.
Right.
Teams that win games and national championships is the next year's team that they put on the calendar that they want to beat. Not a 4-8 team.
Right.
The 4-8 team, Jeff, is being put on the calendar because of the shit show that they are. It's not about winning games.
And remember, that's why Colorado's
popular.
Right? Because you want to go and you want to go to the student section and break their balls, everything. Yeah, fuck Colorado.
Yeah,
I've said before they're gonna lose their first game, North Dakota State.
Yeah, I know when Matt was on the last time he was on, he said that's the scariest game of the year because if you lose that game, it's almost like the most deflating loss you can possibly have with a program that's talked about as much as this program is, right?
And remember too, they're 7-point favorites in that game. They're going to win by more than a touchdown, right? North Dakota State's going to run the football, play defense. Listen, here's the thing about Colorado, and this is where I think they will be better. And I remember discussing this with those clowns that had remember the Twitter group or whatever,
the Ruth, the Devin, the Truth or whatever,
Calvin or whatever. Yeah. At the end of the day, they can't be much worse than they were on the offensive line. They lost a lot. I mean, they got destroyed on the offensive line. If they went out and made some changes there, which I got to look into, I didn't get to them yet. I'm not at the Pac-12 yet, but or wherever they are. But
Big 12, yeah.
Yeah, Big 12. I mean, yeah. They need to be better in the trenches. They were one of the worst. I think they were third worst in the country in sacks allowed per game. I mean, can't be much worse than that.
I did this, and to be fair to Colorado, and I talk about this all the time, this is the national scope of everything, right? College basketball, college football, every team is losing 30, 20, 15. If we're basketball, Kentucky lost their whole roster.
Well, it's easier to replace
Arkansas, right? Arkansas lost their whole roster, right?
Well, it's easier to replace, 6, 7, 8 guys, and then 40 or 50. But hey, by the way, just to address something, who is this? Lot of assholes here per usual. What sports did you play growing up? None.
These guys
What's your point?
He has no point because they're trolls.
This is something that I am fascinated by. People who sit in a fucking comment section that would trade their life with me to talk about what I'm talking about. I can't talk about it because I didn't play sports or I wasn't in the mafia, so I can't talk about it. Even though, remember, I have the biggest mafia podcast out there, bigger than most mobsters, but I wasn't in the mafia, and I'm one of the better gamblers you'll find, but I can't talk about it because I didn't play it.
And then if you defend your take to their assault, you now are sensitive.
Oh yeah.
It's the funny. This is why I have the same beef. I get embarrassed by it. I'm actually embarrassed by it because at least like there's a resume out there. Like you have a resume on betting, you have a resume on the mafia side of things.
Oh sure. No resumes for these people though.
I have a resume on about 20 things, and these cats are nobodies that wake up in the morning to come on the show. I just don't get it. It makes no sense.
Some of these people, yeah.
I couldn't fathom getting up to go on someone else's platform only to talk shit.
They're here every day.
That is like the epitome of a bottom feeder. Like there's no way that you can tell me that these people are not just over here cutting the faces.
You know what I'd be doing if I wasn't involved with your show? Sleeping.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Or,
Smitty sleep right now. Smitty sleep right now.
Insane. Always here.
I told Smitty to take off. He was his boy came in town. They went to the ESPYs, the Wokies, I call it. I said I couldn't.
Yeah, what a shame that award show's turned into. I remember when I was a kid, I used to watch that. I mean, because it was always on, like when there was like no sports on for the summer. You'd always watch it. It was good too, But a lot of award shows have turned into fucking. Look at that. What was it? A few weeks ago. I don't know what award show it was, but you had that fucking idiot Taraji P. Henson talking about Project 2025. Project 2025.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you something about. By the way, Project 2025 has no affiliation to Donald Trump. Number two, do you know anything about Agenda 47? Have you read that? It sounds like just taking the country back from just complete nonsense. Did you actually read that, Coach?
I know about the 25 shit. I know that's an agenda that we push on people, and that's not even really a big Trump thing.
But but have you actually read it? Literally, a lot of it is just like common sense.
About 47 or 25?
Both of them.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're gonna take the country back and actually prosecute people.
No, it's actually what we actually started the country off 286 years ago or whatever. When we started writing all these things, that's kind of what it is. I don't understand why that's such a shock.
By the way, Coach, Stilly the boss says he really thinks people want his life. Stilly, yeah, I'd love to trade my life with you, Stilly the boss. Stilly, what do you do for a living? I'd love to know.
It doesn't matter. I just called him out earlier. He's the little guy that's in the club. He's like 100-pound guy, and he goes after the fattest white bitch.
Oh, yeah. No, that guy, yeah, Stilly's here every week. He has nothing better to do. He's here every day. The boss is here every day. The big bad boss. He ain't out on the corner. He's here every day. Stilly's here every day.
And he's not even a member. He's not even a member yet. Hope he's not even a member yet. Come on, Stilly the boss. Member up.
Stilly, what are you Stilly with? You ain't Stilly with shit. Shut up, motherfucker.
Stilly the boss.
Stilly, yeah, I know. The boss. Yeah, big boss. You're here every morning, goof.
Hey, what's your take on Biden yesterday calling Zelensky Putin?
Oh, yeah, you got to get – hey, listen, you got to get this video up, Bailey. It's very funny. Have you been following this Harry Sisson guy? That
the little gay woke leftist.
white kid that like everything Biden does, he talks about how great Biden is.
Hey, I heard something funny happened though. I heard that they were paying him, and then I heard that they cut him off, and now he's gone rogue. Is that true?
No. Listen, you got to get this video up. He's still. I don't care what anybody says. There's no amount of money that would make me. You got to hear that he's talking about Joe Biden did such a great job. He did everything. He had no prompter or anything. He just, buddy, he called President Zelensky Putin. How do you get those two mixed up? Putin and Zelensky. How do you get them two mixed up?
I don't know. And people think he's fit.
Well, did you see the video of his like the people that like watch over him? Did you see that?
No. Which one?
There's a video zoomed in on like Anthony Blinken and like some of his people, and they're like,
"Oh yeah." When he said when he called Kamala Trump.
Yeah, you're Vice President Trump.
And then those three people were trying not to look at the camera. They were like,
the guy's name. Let me get you got to see this video. This Harry.
By the way, though, if you at this point, though, seriously, at this particular day right here, July 12th, 2024, if you wake up today and say, I'm voting for Biden, you have to seriously be ill. Like there's no way you can vote for him, right? At least don't. I'd rather you not vote at all. Like, don't vote at all, dog, but don't vote. You cannot vote for this man. There's no way.
And remember, too, a lot of this shit, again, that they're trying to push to people that want to vote for, that don't want to vote for Biden. Well, if you don't vote for Biden, Project 2025, and it is scary. It's not, listen, it's not scary. 20 years ago,
President Biden just gave an hour-long press conference with no notes, no teleprompter, no knowledge of the questions beforehand, and he executed it perfectly. He got tough questions and gave great answers. He talked in depth about foreign policy and the issues facing the United States. So can we get over this Biden's too old? Can we get over this he's not fit to serve? That is a man who just talked in depth about China, Russia, Ukraine, domestic policy, foreign policy, issues facing the entire world. Are you kidding me?
Sissy, whatever your fucking gay name is, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. You are the most well-spoken leftist I've ever heard talk, and you're 23 years old or whatever. Do you realize, if you heard yourself talk and then go watch Biden and then sit here and lie to the American people on your platform and tell everybody that Biden can speak when you're literally as coherent as any leftist I have ever heard talk? Does that make sense, Jeff? Like, this kid can talk very well, right? He can talk very fluently.
What the fuck does he know about life?
That's my point. But as far as just fluent speaking, he can speak by far better than anyone Biden.
There's only one way why he's talking. There's only one reason he's talking about that. He's getting paid. Listen, here's what I've tried to ask people. The guys that like Biden, you've got to be trolling at this point, right? Like, that's the only reason you're doing it. Like, oh, like he's trolling. He doesn't actually believe that. He's saying it because he's being paid to say it. I can understand why he's doing it. He's being paid. But I actually know people that will say that he's like completely normal and Trump's the bad one and Trump's actually not with it. It's insane.
Yeah, it's funny. We're going to have some breaking news, Jeff, on this show right now with you on it. And I wasn't going to do this, but I am now because these pussies in the chat are scared.
Remember,
one guy in the chat here, Jeff, said, JB won't endorse Trump because he's scared to lose his black homies. All my black homies are Trumpers, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, and I hate to tell you, too, if you go out on the street and you just talk to people, hey, who you voting for? A lot of black people, a lot of people are just going to say, I don't want Biden. I don't want Biden. Look, I'm not going to tell you I love Trump. I think they're both jerk-offs. And neither of them will do too much. That said, if some of that Agenda 47 can be implemented, I think it would make the country better, 100%.
Hey, by the way, because I endorse a motherfucker doesn't mean I'm voting. People don't really realize what the differences are. Like, endorsing means I will not vote for the sitting current person. I'm endorsing a new motherfucker or a guy that was an old motherfucker who's now again the new motherfucker. Make it make sense. I would not ever vote for the sitting person in this administration that I have seen that is going on. And Silly the Boss, you make sense. Because, like, listen, you endorsing Biden makes fucking 100% sense. We already know.
Yeah, listen, you're a fake fucking gangster. We already know that.
We already know that you like the fat white bitch in the club and you're gonna vote Biden. We get it. But listen, when you endorse a motherfucker, meaning I'd rather have the lesser of two evils. I don't vote because I don't believe in any of these motherfuckers. But listen, if you don't know and have two eyes and understand what we are seeing out there right now by this administration, you're a fucking idiot. You're an idiot. Have you seen Chicago, homie? Have you seen Pennsylvania, LA, Frisco, New York? Have you seen these states that are riddled with fucking foreign immigrants who are now getting free Social Security benefits and cards? Social Security cards. They can vote legally.
And also remember, you need a mass deportation, okay? You need to get people that have come to this country illegally, and you need to get them and you need to take them out of this country. Nobody's talking about people that have come here legally. We're just talking about, as he alluded to, do you know how many people have come here? I think like 8-9 million. It's insane. They need to be taken out.
I'm going to be honest, Jeff. I've heard from my brother. He said that the number is so alarming, bro, that it's over 20 million.
Yeah,
I'm not going to tell you the number I was told, but it's over 20 million. Like, I don't understand how a non-citizen can vote in a country for a president that's an American. How is that possible? Can we go to Colombia and vote for the president of Colombia?
Yeah, again, I think when the rubber meets the road, I don't think it's – then again, would it surprise me that they're getting certain people like this to vote? No, because I think that's the only way they could actually win. But I don't believe that in normal municipalities you can just go in and vote as a non-citizen. But who the fuck knows?
Let me ask you this, Jeff. Is there a gray area? Is there a gray area anymore? Like, are we at the precipice of failure in this country? Meaning this, is there no more like gray area? Meaning, I don't care. I'm not going to vote. That's my mindset, right? Because I don't believe in it. I think this has been a puppet master. And I think
that would hurt the people oh yeah, there's plenty of people like that. And those people.
But are we at the point, to my point, are we at the point where there is no more, we have to pick a side. We have to go right or left at this point.
Well, sure. But if they don't vote, that's only going to hurt the Biden camp, because I think a lot of those people were Biden people. And now they say, well, Joe really isn't with it. He hasn't done, I think, to me, like, my groceries are more. Most people, and I've said this before, most people, all these people that watch this show, most of the people in this country just want stuff to be cheap. They want to go out to dinner and it not be, a ton of money. They want to be safe when they walk down the street. And again, under Joe Biden, that hasn't absolutely been the case. And I think a lot of people, when the rubber meets the road, are going to swing back to Trump or just not vote. And those people that aren't going to vote, I think, voted for Joe Biden in 2020. So I think those people, they're not going to hurt Trump. They're going to hurt Biden. Because the people like me, right? In 2020, I would have leaned more Biden, because I don't think Trump really, there were certain things that Trump didn't do that I think bothered people. People like myself or you, now you're going to vote Trump. So, yeah, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt Biden, if anything.
Hey, Jeff, I got breaking news. I'm going to break some news. I've actually been in discussions with these people, and
well, I'm excited what this is all about.
And I'm going to be honest, Jeff. You just said it.
Go
to the website. Go to the website. Look at that.
Wait, hold on. What is that slogan? Borders, babies, and bucks?
Hell yeah. Protect our borders, our babies, and our dollars, Jeff. That's going to be the fucking slogan. That's my fucking slogan right there.
What do you mean by You mean kids? You're saying, or
child traffic? Jeff, the Hamases are over here assaulting our babies. Have you seen all the fucking drama that our kids are getting scooped up by these illegals because of our borders being wide open? And you know what that does? That costs us money. That costs us money. Protect our bucks, our babies, and our fucking borders. That's why I'm endorsing this shit right here. And it's on my website right now. That's a fire-ass shirt. By the way, I got blue, red, and white because we're the red, white, and blue.
Now, I will say I have not heard that Hamas has sent militants here to kidnap kids. I've not heard that. That said.
No, I'm not. I just say Hamas jokingly, Jeff, but it's the immigrants. It's the illegals. The illegals are here, and they're literally assaulting our babies. So, like,
well, listen, child trafficking is a very lucrative business. Okay, I mean, there's been films made about it. Somebody says Nadu has a libtard vote. Oh, really? What? Did you just hear what I said over the last 20 minutes?
No, they don't. They heard you, Jeff. They didn't listen.
Dude.
They heard you. They didn't listen. You go on my website right now. Put it on the link, Bailey, CoachJBStore.com. I got all 3 colors right now, every single size, all the way to 8X. Go get you one. It's fire.
Damn.
By the way, that right there will be put. This is I'm in discussion with their whole campaign, and actually one of Trump's lead campaign officers is a beautiful fucking female. And Jeff, I'll tell you the story real quick. I looked at my DMs that I had from years ago, and I got hit up by Trump's people, and I was like, "Fuck, I never knew." And it's like his main campaign officer is like, "We're huge fans, Coach. You speak the real. Would you ever speak at a rally?" So in LA, I may be speaking at a rally, just quiet as kept. Just stay tuned for that.
You should.
Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that shit.
Yo, look at IV4. IV4 is in the chat. Sick that you chose Trump over Biden.
Who?
IV4.
Who's that? Exactly. Who the fuck is that?
You got to get some
He said nobody's buying it. Hey, he said nobody's buying that shit. Everybody in the chat, let them know that you're all buying it right now. By the way, holy fuck, Shopify is going crazy right now. I'm getting.
That's got to be Harry. It's Harry. And by the way, when I buy memberships, I can't pick who they go to. Wayne leadoff. It's just random, unfortunately.
Yeah, no doubt. Maybe Trump will give me a coaching job. Fuck it.
Could you imagine you at the rally for? That'd be funny. Easy Mike, why you Easy Mike? You're a grown man worried about other men's hair. You fucking jerk off. Shut up.
Hey Jeff. The crazy part is this.
Yep.
You got these folks like Amber Rose who have gone completely right, and now she's endorsing the fuck out of them, right? You got all these different people out here that are totally doing this, and it's like, how about this little fucking gay fairy that we just showed, Sissy or whatever? He's okay though, right? He could actually go fucking endorse Biden, and everybody's okay, huh? It's unbelievable, man.
I mean, listen. If someone comes to you and says, "Listen, JB, I give you $1 million just to talk good about Joe Biden," and you're 22, you know,
Jeff, I'm gonna be honest. Here's the thing: I would never. This is the difference, and you can call me hypocrite or whatever. I don't give a fuck. If you send me and show and somebody that I actually would, if I voted, would vote for, offered me $10 million to endorse them or whatever,
yeah,
I'm doing it.
Sure.
Now, the flip side of the coin is if you're on the other side and you paying me to go against my true beliefs, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to sell out. I would never sell out. I would never sell out to the fact that something I do not believe in. Like, I will never have a sponsor on this show that I really don't believe in or use. It just doesn't. That's not me. I'm not.
A lot of these campaigns, they have unlimited amounts of money. They just go to big influencers and say, "Hey, I know you probably don't care, but we'll pay you a shit ton of." Listen, they try to do it in the mob world. They'll come to me and be like, "Hey, talk good about our family or talk good about it." Are you paying me? Even if they did, I don't believe it. And I agree with what you're saying. If I agree with if I like your product, I'll push it. But if I don't agree with, I'm not going to. If Joe Biden came to me and said, "Hey, I'll give you $1,000 to say I'm great and to vote for me," I'm not doing it. I don't believe that. I'm not going to push that on people because I don't believe it.
Yeah, I don't get it. Hey, Bailey, I'm going to share the screen. Can you show it? Let me see. My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead, Bailey. Jeff, you see that?
Yes.
And I got it in black, I got it in red, and I got it in blue. Go get you one today. I got it in red, blue, and black. Any size you want, go get it. We made black just as alternate, but we got white, black, and red, of course. Go get you one. And there it goes.
Yeah, but silly, Hunter Biden's a felon. What is the point of endorsing Trump if you're not voting for him? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't get it.
That's what G Wizzy asked you.
It's unbelievable. It makes zero sense. But I had to get the red, white, and blue in there. And then I threw a black one out there just on GP because everybody wears black. So black is out there. It's thinning too. So, you know, black is thinning. Hey, Jeff, what's the over-under? What's the over-under I lose? Because I lost 300 TikTok followers the other day when I did the sketch video that they took off, by the way.
Oh, my God. What a story that is. What a buddy.
Hey,
Listen,
so
you got grown.
Where you at with that anyway? That's more your like you kind of understand that more than me. I don't know the gaming and the whole shit, but where are you at with
I haven't commented on this clown, but you have grown men crying. Oh my God, he was bullied. Listen, you motherfucking clowns are the same fucking jerk-offs that were bullying Meek Mill because Meek Mill might be gay. Like, are you going to comment on that? Now it's wrong to bully gay guys. Shut the fuck up, bitch. By the way, Woodsy, I don't wear 4X. I lost 150 pounds, bro. I don't know if you know that. I wear a 1X.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm down to 265. I was 289 4.5 weeks ago. So,
wow.
Yeah, but I'm still called fat ass too. By the way, I'm 6'3". I'm a fucking above average athlete, I would think, because I actually got paid playing a professional sport. But I think I'm above average. I'm better above average than the normal basketball player. I'm better than the normal golfer. I'm better than the normal bowler. I can shoot pool better than anybody else. Hey, by the way, we've had 26 people buy shirts this morning since I dropped that 5 seconds ago.
Go buy the shirt.
Shout out to everybody that just got a shirt. I'm going to put it on social media today. That's when it's going to go crazy, Jeff. And that's my question to you. Do I lose or gain on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram when I post this shirt today?
Well, on TikTok, you'll lose. On Twitter, you'll probably gain because a lot of your followers probably agree with you. And on Instagram, yeah, I mean, you're definitely, TikTok will definitely, they won't push your video at all, 100%. But as far as the sketch thing, listen, Sketch lies about being, autistic. He's not. It's just a game. And that's the sadder thing about what he does. He's a fake. These guys are all fake. All of them. They're all fucking fakes. Their shtick is lame. It's just all fake. These people.
Shaun Keynan jumping in. There we go. Shaun Keynan.
Another guy that didn't wake up on time.
Hey, my bad, man. My alarm didn't go off. I thought I set it for 7
Shaun
a.m., but I went p.m.
Shaun, you still need an alarm to wake up? I thought our dreams were why we woke up. What's going on with that?
Hey, man, look, when you got kids, man, you try and get every extra second you can get. My bad.
Hey, how do you sleep at? I don't even know how you get sleep.
I don't.
I know. That's why. I remember when I was young, I had to use an alarm because I was up 20 hours a day. And I was like, fuck, I'll sleep right through whatever it is. So I had to set some sort of alarm. But I'm like, shit. Nowadays,
Jeff,
I don't know.
What's up, baby?
What's up, my man? What's going on,
See how
brother?
good Jerry McClain looks so far. I told you he's the guy. Yeah.
It's the summer league.
No.
What about the LeBron James Jr.?
Hey, man, he's a work in progress.
Wait up. So the guy that paints his nails is actually balling right now?
Oh, yeah. He's a hooper. Went to Duke. I'm a Duke fan. That's why I know.
Yeah, he was touting how great McCain was. Listen, I'm not saying he can't shoot the ball, but I don't know. I would have went Dalton Connect personally.
McCain upside's higher because he's only like 19. I mean, Connect's been like in a school for 3-4 years, then went to Tennessee. Was he like 23?
But he was dropping 40 on the regular.
Yeah, you know the NBA gonna always side with youth. You know that. That's their deal.
Yeah.
That's why a guy like Tatum could be on a $300 million new deal and only be like 26.
And remember, the Sixers drafted Markelle Fultz, who doesn't even play in for them anymore.
Ahead of Jason Tatum, the Lakers drafted Lonzo Ball too. Tatum went 3 in that draft. Then the Sixers doubled down on it and took Ben Simmons a couple years later.
By the way, Ben Simmons retired. He's no longer in the league.
Wait, what?
You didn't? Yeah, he retired the other day
From the Nets.
Yeah,
Ben Simmons retired.
He hasn't really been an active player in about 3 years. Anyway.
I could have sworn I saw that he was like done with the NBA.
Oh, I hope so.
Is that true?
He's in Brooklyn.
I hope so. Hey, Shaun, let's dive into one thing real quick. Some football news. I want to ask you about Caleb Williams not signing a contract yet, saying that he's knows his worth. He's a rookie, right? Isn't there certain legalities to that? Can you break that down?
Yeah, it's supposed to be slotted based on what
draft pick you are.
That particular pick got the year before. It's supposed to
I know first round is way different than second round. I know there's a huge difference. So break
first
that down.
First round is a 5-year deal where the team has an option on the 5th year. Second round is a 4-year deal. So, but the first pick and second pick, it's all supposed to be based on what the previous year's selection got, and it's a locked-in percentage increase. Who knows what Caleb asking for, man?
Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. Like, what can he ask for legitimately? What is the cap?
I mean, he might be asking for more guaranteed money or more incentives. So if he does this, that, or the third, I'm not exactly sure because the report just came out pretty recently, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw that story. Somebody sent it to me. Sean Salisbury or something did, Bailey, earlier. So I don't know. Unless you could tell me that he's signed. I haven't seen that he signed either. I don't think anybody.
That was one of the issues I had with Caleb coming out. Is he views himself as like this Renaissance man that's going to change the game. Like, he's not like going to fit into the status quo. Like, he's this unique once-in-a-generation talent, and he has to be treated as such. It's kind of one of the reasons I was a little nervous about, where I was going to rank him.
I'm the same way. Jeff, I don't know, Jeff, if you saw the show yesterday. We had Smitty had his boy on, 9-year NFL veteran, and we were breaking down all this stuff in studio yesterday. And he's clearly like how we are, Shaun. He's like, man, the kids are totally enabled, entitled. They're coming out of college, and now they're disrespectful to coaches, disrespectful to OG players. Like, he's saying he's hearing young kids coming out talking shit to Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron's like, "Who the fuck are you?" Like, it's so bad, Shaun and Jeff. I think this is the epitome of it, right? Is what I'm about to say. Odunze hasn't signed either. Is he not following suit because he thinks that whatever Caleb's going to get, that he's going to be able to fight for that in the wide receiver market? And yet either one of these dudes have busted a grape in this professional man's league yet. Like, they're not even played yet.
Yeah, they're rookies. Like, what? Like,
I mean, this is how entitled. This is what he was talking about yesterday, how entitled we've become.
The only caveat in this, it is the Bears. That's not like one of the preeminent run organizations.
But isn't it the normal thing to do to sign your rookie contract? You haven't done shit. Sign it, make your money, and prove that you should get another contract.
I agree with that.
Who the fuck do these guys think they are?
Well, I think the slotting is what makes it like something to really peel back and find out what the hiccups are. I mean, it's not like back in the day where, like, your agent was trying to get you, the biggest cut. It's not like that. It's pretty much like, okay, you're drafted here, you know what you're getting.
Right. So why is it taking so long?
Yeah, I'd be interested in what the issues are.
Well, the Philadelphia Eagles have signed all 7 of their rookies.
Eagles are a better organization than the Bears, Jeff. You know that.
Yeah. Well, that's a shame, though, that as an organization, and on July 12th, you still haven't signed your rookie.
With camp coming up, camp around the corner.
Yeah, it's like a week away.
I still don't understand why the Eagles didn't pay Hassan Reddick though. That one will baffle me for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they wanted to get younger. And listen, remember, Brandon Graham's going to retire. They wanted to get younger, I guess. But yeah, it could be a problem because look, he didn't play real well last year, but he played really well the year before. So look, on paper, the Eagles have no excuses this year. I just don't know how you haven't signed your rookie quarterback and receiver, 2 top 10 picks on July 12th, as you alluded to, that camp is about to start.
Yeah,
Bears, baby.
Hey, you guys, have you seen the video of what's my name? Smitty does all the filming for it at Fox. The receiver that played for Aaron in Green Bay. That's on Fox.
Oh, Greg.
Jennings? No,
Yeah.
it's not Jennings. It's not Jennings though. It's the other one, right? Isn't it? It's
Donald
on Fox.
Driver?
Nah, the one that's on Fox with Acho and them with Smitty. That's
Greg
Smitty film.
Olsen? No, James Jones.
James Jones. James Jones.
Okay, yeah.
Have you seen the video of James Jones? I don't know if Bailey can find it, but James Jones is out there, and he did a viral video yesterday that Smitty shot on a short. Him talking about Jalen Hurts versus Dak Prescott, and it got all of them involved, and Shady McCoy and everybody they all got heated. And he said Jalen can't do anything better than Dak other than run triple option. Is that cap or fact?
That's fact. The only thing so far that Jalen does better than Dak is fourth quarter of the playoffs. He seems to have an ability to operate at his normal level, which has kind of been a problem for Dak. Like, to be honest, if Dak had found a way to get to play well in the playoffs and get the Cowboys to even an NFC championship, like his whole perception would be different. Because, I mean, he's been a really good regular season quarterback. He's just been miraculously bad at times in the playoffs.
I agree. I have him to win the MVP, 20-1. I think he's going to have a great year. They have a great offense. Again, though, he has to go to the playoffs, like Shaun alluded to, and win games. Also, someone's saying that Shady McCoy has the worst takes. By the way, as I've said before, Shady McCoy is a Hall of Famer and should be there. Unfortunately, though, Shaun, Shady McCoy in the 2010s was among the best running backs in the league and had better numbers than pretty much all of them as well.
Yeah, but he's not a Hall of Famer.
He's a Ring of Honor guy to me, Jeff, not a Hall of Famer. I think he's a Ring of Honor guy.
If you look at his numbers, though, he is top 15, top 20 in arguably every category. And he was better than Peterson.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just don't think he was ever viewed as even the best running back in the league at any point during his career. He consistently produced at a high level, but I don't think any of those years people thought he was the best back.
But is Fred Taylor a Hall of Famer?
I would put Fred in over Shady.
Me too.
But literally, Shady McCoy in the 2010s was he had better numbers than Adrian Peterson.
I don't even know if Shady's the best running back in the Philly in that era. I'd take the kid from Villanova over him.
Brian Westbrook.
Yeah.
Westbrook was unbelievable.
I'm telling you, though, you got to look at his numbers.
Hey, Jeff, take a listen to this, and I want you to get your take on this since you watch this team and you follow Jalen closely. Take a listen to this.
Why you seem stressed, G?
Are we talking to player or are we talking to team success?
The player, sorry.
There's nothing that Jalen Hurts does better than Dak Prescott at the quarterback spot but the read option. He don't throw better than him. He don't throw with anticipation better than him. I mean, this dude was 5,000 yards last year, led the NFL in touchdowns pass. There's nothing Jalen Hurts except running the read option and maybe the tush push that he does better than Dak Prescott.
And he won in the playoffs.
I like Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts is going to be a really good quarterback in this league. But Dak Prescott, at this point right now in the National Football League, does everything better than Jalen Hurts at that quarterback spot.
Let me ask you this, Jeff, since you covered him.
He wins in the playoffs.
Shaun, here's the one thing, though. Jalen been to a Super Bowl in his first 4 years. This cat hasn't been past the NFC title game ever.
Exactly.
So here's the problem with Dak. And if I would have been on that show with James, I would have said you're exactly right. But we saw Jalen ball out versus the Niners in the NFC Championship game. In the Super Bowl, even though the Eagles lost, you could make an argument Jalen Hurts played the best game of anybody on the field. Like, Jalen played his best game ever in that Super Bowl loss to Kansas City. Now you flip the other side of the coin. Everybody remembers Dak versus the Niners in Dallas. Late in the game, he decides to run the ball, and the clock runs out. We remember Dak at the 49ers throwing those 2 interceptions. Like, that's the issue with not just the Dallas. We remember Dak last year in the Green Bay game. Like, that interception before the half, to me, might have been one of the dumbest throws by a really intelligent, what I think is high-level quarterback I've seen. When he threw that inside slant and the dude picked it off, like right before the first half ended. And so those are the most 3 recent losses for the Cowboys. If Dak had played great in those games and the Cowboys lost, people would view him different. But you can make an argument in all 3 games that he played a subpar game and the Cowboys lost largely because he didn't play up to his standards. So the only way he's going to get that narrative off of his back is he got to play great in the playoffs. And so we won't know that until or if the Cowboys make the playoffs this year.
And that's why I'm torn, because their skill set, Shaun, I don't know how you break it down, but I break it down by skill set, pure skill set, ball spinning ability, accuracy, getting the ball
better,
out,
every category.
Getting the ball out, all those things. And then you tie that in with winning Super Bowls, right? And when we're talking about the Mount Rushmore and the GOAT, in my opinion, like Dan Marino never won. Is he on your Mount Rushmore, Shaun, or no?
Mount Rushmore quarterback is hard, man.
And that's my thing. Like, you see how you had to think about it, right? Because like Warren Moon, one of the best balls.
There's only 4 faces on Mount Rushmore, right?
Yep.
4.
So to me, Brady and Mahomes are automatically on. So now you're talking about 2 guys.
You already put Mahomes on it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. He's the best.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
No, he's not the best.
Hey, JB, and I would argue 3rd should be John Elway. He
didn't win till late, and he had pretty much below average Super Bowl appearances. Like, as far as statistically, I'm talking about Elway. I love Elway. I think he's a freak. He's Josh Allen before Josh Allen. But his stats in the Super Bowl were very, very mid, just like Patrick Mahomes has been his whole career in the Super Bowl. I don't know if you saw earlier this week, we broke down the Tom Brady Mahomes thing. It's not even close, by the way. It's not even close. Mahomes is not even close.
Hey, listen.
And by the way, Mahomes has already thrown more touchdown passes, screens, than Brady has in his entire career. And Brady has in his entire career. But what do I know, Jeff? I'm the only one that's been saying it for 4 years.
But at the end of the day, the most exciting, Mahomes it does everything. He does everything. He's already the best quarterback ever. He's already won.
God, stop. Jeff, stop. Here's the thing. This is what's crazy to me, that all the naysayers and people in here that don't have a clue about football say. Didn't Troy Aikman take a team because he was the number 1 overall pick in Dallas that was 1-15 and build that and win it all himself? Did he do that, or am I tripping? Didn't Mahomes inherit a team that was already roster loaded, got to see Alex Smith play a year and inherit a roster that was loaded? I'm trying to figure out. No, the Chiefs were a playoff team, Jeff. Chiefs were a playoff team when Mahomes
hasn't had Tyreek Hill in several years. He's had literally Kadarius Toney, MVS.
I get it.
Nothing.
But stat. You all are stat guys. They don't lie. It's not even close to his first 6 years. Not even close to Brady, by the way.
Buddy, I don't even know what is it.
What behind Drew Bledsoe, by the way.
What the hell is BTTS? What the hell is TWP? What the fuck even is that? What is
I don't know. It looks like a baseball. Breakdown.
BTTS is both teams to score in soccer. What the hell is BTTS? What's TWP?
This is through the first 6 years of both people. Meaning this is their high life of their careers. That's why they compare these 6 years.
Yeah, we're just saying we don't know what these abbreviations are on the left hand side.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Again, I know what QBR is, and they're pretty close.
And points per game. That's all. I'm the only 2 I recognize.
But let me ask you. Let me go back to my Aikman point. I just want to be honest and ask you guys this. My point was that Aikman took a team that was 1-15 and ended up winning 3 Super Bowls with that particular team. He got drafted to that particular team.
Mm-hmm.
If Patrick Mahomes, Shaun, and you got to keep it real because you do, was drafted by the fucking Bears or the Lions or any of these shit organizations, he is not being talked about by Jeff Nadu today as the greatest.
But remember, but he's only played. listen, judge him at the end of his career. He's already won 3 Super Bowls.
That's why you can't put him on the Mount Rushmore right now. Then that's my point.
But I already am.
It makes no sense.
He's already.
I guess the way I look at it is, it wasn't like the Chiefs were a Super Bowl team before he got there. They were a solid organization, but they weren't winning Super Bowls till Mahomes became the quarterback.
Right.
Yeah.
And my thing with that list and that comparison that you showed, JB, why don't they have just like touchdowns and interceptions on there?
Yeah.
Like they got all these other like weird, like why aren't touchdowns and interceptions?
There's another stat. We have another stat that touchdowns and interceptions aren't close either, by the way. Brady's
literally no one knows what is rate plus? What is ANYA? What is that? What even is this? EPA, Environmental Protection Agency per game? What is
No, we do have we have a touchdown to interception ratio, by the way. We'll bring
through the first 6 years.
Yeah, there is I saw it, and Brady's killing them in that too. So I don't know. Like, let me be honest, Shaun. Let's look at the play calling. We're talking Charlie Weiss versus Andy Reid. Who are you taking?
But the quarterback can't control that.
No. I'm just asking you who you're taking.
Well, Andy Reid. I'm not a Charlie Weiss guy.
All right, so you're taking Andy Reid as a play caller. You're taking Andy Reid as a play caller. All right.
You can make an argument that the only good coach in New England during Brady's era was Brady.
All right, so let's keep going down. Let's keep listening down. Let's go down the list, though. Whose wideouts you taking in collective whole in the first 6 years? All of the white boys that Brady had, or the fucking Tyreek Hill and Kelsey that Mahomes has had?
Buddy, hold on a second, though. He had some of the 2 greatest tight ends of all time. Before Aaron Hernandez killed people, he was better than Gronk.
Yeah, no shit. But guess what? Early in his career, they weren't a tight end. They were a tight end oriented set, Jeff. They weren't throwing the ball to those guys as much as they were throwing to those. By the way, he had Randy Moss for 1 season. Let's stop. He had Chad Johnson. He had AB for 1/2 of what did he have? 4 games. This guy never had a legitimate number 1 for over 1 year.
Neither has Brady. Neither has Mahomes, other than Tyreek Hill.
He had Tyreek Hill, bro. He never had the.
And he's Kelsey. He's been going for years.
He's had Kelsey his whole career.
Tom Brady had 2 fucking Kelseys.
Here's what I'll agree to you on. You got to wait till the resume is written, and we're already anointing this guy. And I want to see, Jeff, when Andy Reid retires, Shaun, and all this offensive play calling goes away, where I throw the ball 75% of the time behind the line of scrimmage goes away, I want to see what he does and how great you guys call him then. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to give him more than 6 years before I call a guy the GOAT. That's all I'm saying.
JB, you know what? You got to grow out of this, man. You got to grow out of this.
Yeah, you do.
Man. It don't look good on you, big dog.
You really do.
You got to grow out of this,
especially when you said you like Sam Darnold and fucking guys
and Daniel
like that.
Jones.
I'm not.
And the riffraff for the National Football League. He lost Matt Nagy. It didn't matter. He lost Eric Bieniemy. It didn't matter.
But let's be clear. I'm not saying that Sam Darnold and Daniel Dimes are Mahomes. I'm saying that we put Mahomes on a level that
he's
is
earned
so.
It.
Yes, he's earned it. He's won 3 Super Bowls, dude.
It's not like we're talking about Caleb Williams right now. We're talking about a guy that's won 3 Super Bowls, been to 4.
Yeah. And this is a guy telling you this, Shaun King. You played in the Super Bowl, didn't you?
Yeah, I was on the team. I didn't actually.
How hard is that?
Take a snap. Yeah, it's hard to get there.
It's hard to win 1.
Yeah,
ask Allen Iverson about winning just 1. It's hard to win 1, dude. He's won 3 in 5 years or whatever.
He's been to 4 and won 3. In what? How long you been in the league?
5 years, I think.
6. That was a 6-year comparison with him and Brady. That's pretty impressive, JB. Especially because in the first year he didn't start, so you can't really put that one on him.
Yeah.
So in 5 years as a full-time starter, he's taken the Chiefs to 4 Super Bowls and won 3 of them.
Listen, I'm not going to say Tom Brady isn't great. We all know Tom Brady's great, but again, greatness can be passed.
Now he's chasing Brady because Brady beat him head up. The Bucs whooped that ass, but he could eventually catch him. I mean, the most impressive was winning it without Tyreek Hill. To me, that's what he really elevated. Because I mean, hell, I don't know if they got a receiver that started in the Super Bowl. They may be on the roster. But
hey, Shaun, remember this though. For all that Andy Reid is great, okay. I had to deal with Andy Reid in this town for 11 years. And at the end, it was time to go. Andy Reid didn't win fucking shit here. Now he goes to Kansas City and wins. You know why? Because he's got Patrick Mahomes. He didn't win shit here with 5.
See, that's when I got to get into football mode, Shaun, and tell Jeff.
Did he win shit here with Donovan McNabb? Fuck no. He had Terrell Owens that didn't win shit.
Older Terrell Owens. Let's just be honest.
He didn't really give Donovan the kind
Terrell Owens played with a broken fucking leg and was better than everybody.
Hey, that's the point. He never gave.
He didn't win shit in Philadelphia.
He never gave
5 straight years.
He never
He
gave
didn't win a Super Bowl.
Cast.
Yeah, he didn't win
He
a
only
Super
went to
Bowl.
one Super Bowl in 11 years and did it. And guess what? Guess what? He didn't fucking win.
Hey,
let me
Hey, no
let me
offense,
give you-
guys, because they my homeboys, JB. But come on, Todd Pinkston, Freddie Mitchell, like
come
Andy
on.
wasn't
Oh,
giving
yeah.
McNabb no real talent.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man.
And he was not a good coach until he went to Kansas City and acquired.
No, that's not true. You
Mahomes.
can't say that. That's not a good take. A good coach
He
meaning
was fired. It was time for him to go here.
So was Doug Peterson after won the Super Bowl, bro. That doesn't mean shit. Let me break something down for you real quick. Number one, let's compare the AFC West and the AFC during Mahomes' 4 Super Bowl runs. All right, versus Andy Reid's Eagles in the NFC East at that time, which was the monsters of the fucking Midway. There is no comparison. We give Brady hell for playing in the AFC East for 20 years. That was clearly the worst division in football for 20 years. But we don't give Mahomes the same energy being in the AFC West that has been literally the worst conference in football for the last 6 years. So let's first start there. Secondly, let's start with pure talent. The Eagles aren't even close to that Chiefs roster, offensively or defensively. So offensively speaking, that Eagles offense was put together with Band-Aids and bullet holes. That Pinkston and Freddie Mitchell came off a titanium break. He had a fucking fake leg and caught one ball that saved their lives almost and won a Super Bowl. He had no roster help. No roster help. And by the way, he made Jeff Garcia a Pro Bowl quarterback, and he made A.J. Philly a reputable guy. He's a quarterback guy.
Okay, but he, again, couldn't get the big win and win with Donovan McNabb.
Hey, everything matters, dog. In the NFL, it matters, bro. I'm telling you. It matters where you are and what time you're at, roster help, everything.
Here's one thing we can agree on. For the 10 years, 11 years he was here, the talent that this team gave their quarterbacks was poor. I'll give you that. You know, the Torrance Smalls, the Charles Johnsons, like Jason Avant was a good player, but he was a third receiver. And then they go out and get Terrell Owens, go to the Super Bowl and lose. And a lot of that was on Donovan McNabb because Donovan didn't make certain throws. The NFC sucked. The Redskins sucked.
By the way, who did the Eagles lose to that year? The Patriots?
Patriots, 2005.
So Andy Reid cannot beat Tom Brady, is what you're saying. Because he got his ass whipped in Kansas
but again,
City.
they were winning at the half, and Donovan McNabb got sick and was thrown up on the sidelines. Remember, Terrell Owens broke his leg like a month before, comes back and plays.
Yeah.
He goes to the Chiefs, though, and wins with Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
Funny how that
All right, let's dive into this. I want to get both of your takes on these, Shaun. Shaun, this is some quarterback-directed stuff that I think Jeff can have some great insight on. Jordan Love is up for a contract extension and renewal, of course, and he's on his last $11 million deal. Do you sign Jordan Love today, Shaun, and just get over the hoopla, or as a GM that you kind of are aware of, that's what you want to be a GM one day? Do you wait and see this year play out for a couple reasons? Here's my rationale as a guy that's a quarterback guy. Knock on wood, I never wish anyone get hurt, but if this guy were to happen to get injured, as we've seen a lot of big time quarterbacks get hurt the last few years, and we sign him now, Shaun, to get over that and start the process, does that bite me in the ass next year that I sign this guy and then he's out? Or do you sign him now, or do you not sign him now because you just want to see another year of production? You want to see another good year by him. I'm a Jordan Love guy. I think he's going to be great. I love their wideouts. I think they're the best young wideout core in football. But I kind of want to see him another year, and I also want to protect myself from injury. Where are you at with this right now? Do you sign him now or later?
Here's what I think has happened, JB. You had all the warranted quarterback extensions like your Joe Burrows, your Lamar Jacksons, And then you had all of the organizations that feel like they're pigeonholed that just had to do something. Jacksonville with Trevor Lawrence, comes to mind. Even in some ways, in my opinion, Chargers with Justin Herbert. Because I don't think Justin Herbert's worth what Joe Burrow is worth. That's just here or there. Now I see you got some organizations that are kind of saying, whoa, Kemosabe, the Dolphins, the Cowboys, and to an extent, the Packers. Because if you're the Packers, you're happy with the way Jordan Love played the second half of the season and in the playoffs. But you're like, is he really worth what Joe Burrow is worth? That's what the market is right now. And if you're Jordan Love's agent, you're like, ain't no way I'm letting my client put his name on a contract that's not more than what Trevor Lawrence just got. So I think that's kind of where their standstill is. The same thing you said in Miami. Tua's agent wants what the market is. Miami's saying for a different reason, but hey, we're willing to pay him. But come on, y'all. So I just think that's where the NFL is right now. They got tricked into a corner by paying the position instead of the player. And now all of a sudden it's hard to come out of that cycle.
Same with wideouts, right?
In a sense, with wideouts.
Because I know you're high on T. Higgins. I'm not as high on T as you, but I do believe
T a baller.
I know he's a baller. I agree. I think he's legit as hell. But I'm saying,
to me, though, JB, the wideouts that get paid are everybody's number one. And they're really like a legit top 10, 15 wideout. Armand St. Brown, the kid from Washington, Justin Jefferson, those guys are legit.
But I'm looking at production, Shaun, and I've been the only one that I know, period, on any mainstream media or anything that said when the Buffalo Bills traded Gabe Davis, they made a huge mistake. And then only to later lose Diggs, I'm like, holy shit, they really bit the bullet. But Gabe Davis leads the NFL in touchdowns over the last 5 years. Just FYI. See, that's why I do believe that these wideouts are being overpaid to a sense because of what you just mentioned. It's the position. It's the player, not the position. Or the position, not the player. I don't believe Gabe Davis is a household name, but he leads the NFL in touchdowns. So, the production that Buffalo lost with him is going to be, back to Jeff's point. Does Josh Allen get over the hump and become what Patrick Mahomes has become without any wideouts? Because Patrick Mahomes is getting the Mount Rushmore treatment from Jeff because he wins with a bunch of nobodies. I also give him a lot of credit for that too. Josh Allen now has to do it, right?
So, JB, to your point, the wide receiver market, they're still playing the player, not the position. Justin Jefferson just got 4 years, $140 million. Gabe Davis just got 3 years, $39 million. Because teams know that even though Gabe has production, he's not Justin Jefferson. I think the issue at quarterback is Tua expects to get more than Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Trevor Lawrence, just because he's coming up after them. And it seems to be they got into this cycle of whoever's the next guy gets slightly more than the last guy that signed. And I think that's dangerous because Tua's not better than those guys. The Green Bay's issue with Jordan Love, which is how the conversation started, because he's so damn young, they stuck with him. I just go ahead and pay him.
Hey, D. Jones has made a comment. Jags have the best wide receiver room in the league?
Shit.
What?
Hey, Jeff, give me your take, Jeff, on the Jordan Love, because you've lived through the situation in Philly with Jalen Hurts. They signed him kind of early, maybe a little premature. People thought, okay, we should wait on Jalen.
And they
Where you at with Jordan?
Remember they did it with Carson Wentz, gave him a whole fuck ton of money, and then guess what? Look at where Carson Wentz is now.
Are you fearing that with Green Bay and Jordan Love signing him today?
No. The kid's already winning in the playoffs. You need that heir apparent to Aaron Rodgers. It's hard to find a quarterback, as Shaun's talked about. You got to go out and secure the guy.
And watch this. Watch where they have a huge advantage. He's played 5 years, JB. He's only 25. Almost this whole first round class, Bo Nix, Michael Penix, all those guys are 24 already.
I know. Hey, Shaun, real quick off the topic, before we move to Daniel Jones, and I want to show you something. And I want to be clear. I've never said Daniel Jones is elite.
Hey, but Coach, let me ask you.
No. I never said he's elite. I say he's better than all you guys think he is. That's what my point is. Go ahead, Jeff.
Real quick, with the wide receiver room, the two best receivers on one team are the Eagles. It's that simple.
No.
Smith and A.J. Brown
are not better than T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. No, Jeff.
Yeah, it's tough. There's a few.
It's close. It's close.
You can make an argument that Tyreek and Jalen Waddle too.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
but like the Jags, come on, dude.
Let me ask you this, Shaun, before you move to Daniel Jones' topic. Cameron Rising, a kid I recruited out of from California, went to Texas though, and then him and the kid we were talking about the other day that left Casey Thompson left. I tried to bring them both to JUCO. Cameron got an 8th year yesterday. He got an 8th year of eligibility, and he came out. Cameron came out and said, "No, I'm not playing 8 years. 7's enough." What is that affecting the NFL though? You just brought a stat. The reason I asked you this, you brought a stat up. 25-year-olds are who is now getting drafted in the NFL. We got guys that have been in the NFL 5 years, just turning 25. Is this affecting this college COVID, the portal, all the shit the NCAA is doing is really hurting these dudes? It's not helping them. It's crippling them, in my opinion. 25-year-olds getting into the league and having to play because of their age as a rookie. They're still a rookie no matter what age you are. Look at Chris Winkie. He was 29 as a rookie and was horrible. Where are you at with that? Is it hurting these older kids staying 7 and 8 years in college?
Here's what I think they got to do. They got to start putting some asterisks in these record books. Like COVID happened, nobody could prepare for it. They're trying to do the best to be fair to the kids, as they got caught up in it. But when a kid been in college 7, 8 years, he don't deserve to be the all-time passing yard leader at any particular school or the all-time touchdown. Like guys that were there and left at 21 when they're supposed to leave deserve those accolades and awards. And people might be like, Ken, you being petty. Well, guess what? When you get old and you get married with kids and you go back on campus for stuff, you deserve to get the recognition that you earn. Like that's the only thing I would do is start putting an asterisk on some of these accomplishments. Because hell, you're so much more mature as a player when you're 23, 24 than you are when you're 20, 21. You got a huge advantage if you're still playing college football. You should be the best.
Yeah, I agree. Bo Nix was played 8 damn years, it seemed like. Let me dive into this video of Daniel Jones. And the reason I'm showing this, Shaun, because I want to get your take after coming off an injury. He just was 8 months removed from an ACL, is he not? I just want to talk about that in particular. Where you at with his movement skills in the pocket as far as replacing a right ACL, his right leg, by the way, which is his plant foot as a right-handed QB. We already know how athletic he is. I just think he's had a bad rap in roster. I don't know how good he'll be. I think he's going to be way better than people think this year. But what do you see out of an ACL replacement just 8 years later?
I don't think injuries are as big a deal as they used to be. I just think science is, gotten so sophisticated, and the rehab methods and stuff are so diverse. And I mean, guys come back from injuries all the time. ACL used to be like, oh my God, I'm gonna have a big scar on my knee. My career's over. Now it's just like, guys are coming back, much faster. They're coming back better, so I don't think that's an issue. I would be more concerned if I was buying Daniel Jones stock, which I know you're the top dog when it comes to believing in Daniel Jones. Where is he at mentally? Because he's been booed by that crowd. He's been sacked a lot. He's had a lot of spectacular failures outside of him and Dabo's first year, where statistically he really didn't do anything. I think he threw like 15 touchdowns, Dabo's rookie year when they went to the playoffs and beat Minnesota. So it wasn't like they were throwing it all around. I wonder where he's at mentally. What happens week 1? Right tackle whiffs. He throws the ball under pressure into traffic. It gets picked. The whole stadium's booing. How healthy is he dealing with that stuff?
I think that goes for a lot of teams, though. I think that goes for Jalen Hurts, as Jeff mentioned, being paid early after a Super Bowl run. Dak Prescott in Dallas, we know is going to be scrutinized for the first pick he throws. I think there's a lot of QBs in that boat, right? Because of the pay they get. I think we already put a false expectation on a lot of these QBs, which is unfair to me, in my opinion, and that's why I don't like paying the QB this much this early. That's because of that expectation that we put on them. I think it's unfair. Like, these guys are still humans and have to go out against the best of the best and do what these fucking DraftKings fanboys out here voting or betting on apps think they should be getting them 40 points for their fucking fantasy league teams. Like, it's not realistic. And I think these fanboys actually don't understand that. So I don't know. I just think it's a skewed position group right now. And I don't know. That's where I'm at.
By the way, if you guys haven't watched the Giants little Hard Knocks that's going on, it's actually pretty good TV.
And what do you? I heard. I haven't watched.
Nuts.
I haven't watched it, but there is a lot of talk on there how he kind of let Saquon go and how they've kind of talked about keeping Daniel Jones because of all the things we've talked about on this show about the roster being very bad, the O-line and all that. It's interesting that that New York is all in on him, and it's just because they paid him, right? They have to be at this point, correct? I don't know any other.
It was surprising to me because this GM didn't draft Daniel Jones.
Right.
He did give him an extension. Yeah, but I mean, some guys are just fortunate. I mean, I wish I could have thrown 15 touchdowns and got a $150 million extension that offseason. That's the miraculous thing. They didn't put up great numbers in Dable's first year. They just won a bunch of close games.
Let me ask you guys this, Jeff. I said this yesterday on the show. I think it's a hot take, but I think it could happen. I honestly believe if both of these teams underperform, the Giants and the Bills, that Brian Daboll will be the head coach for the Buffalo Bills next year. That's just my personal opinion. The reason being is he has the tie with the franchise, Josh Allen. He made Josh Allen that MVP type of player when he was there as the OC. I believe he becomes a head coach much easier than McDermott. If he's fired, he'll only get a coordinator job, Shaun. You know how this business is. McDermott will not get a head coaching job because he has no tie with any big-time quarterback. Daboll does. Does that make sense to you at all or no?
Yeah, I think Daboll got to win, though. I don't think he can come off back-to-back losing seasons and go get a head job, even though him and Allen are tight.
But, Jeff, isn't that LeBron James? Isn't that the LeBron James?
No,
isn't that the LeBron? Yeah, if Josh Allen goes, I want Brian Daboll as my head coach, that's not going to carry weight?
If Daboll loses again this year with the Giants and it's 2 years in a row.
But people see their roster and they see that that's a bad situation. And Josh Allen says, Jeff, I want Daboll as my head coach. That's not a LeBron James move?
Well, Josh Allen and LeBron are a little different, I think. Yeah. But, yeah, I think he would probably throw his name in and they'll give it a thought. But, yeah.
My comeback would be maybe he's a coordinator, not a head coach.
But that's what McDermott is. You can say that about McDermott. Look what he did in the Kansas City game up. That kickoff that cost him a Super Bowl opportunity is a bonehead mistake that you just don't make as a head coach. I don't know.
To me,
Brian Daboll won a playoff game.
That's your special teams guy. Like, I wouldn't fire anybody in Buffalo. I think Buffalo's close. I'm not like everybody else is down on Buffalo. I like Josh Allen. I think he's a dude. I think the ball is just bounced against them in the playoffs a couple times. Like, they played well enough to beat Kansas City. I mean, come on.
Hey, let me get your take, Jeff. You dive into betting on these things, and you see the portal move at an all-time clip in basketball. I'm talking football here, but take a look at Jay Norvell in Colorado State and what happened to them. And I got to get both of your takes on this. Play the video.
The same kind
Bailey.
of offers, and you can't. If you have enough evidence, you can prove it, but smoking gun. He said a guy from Kansas State called him, offer him $600,000 because they lost their quarterback, and if he got in the portal. And I'm not accusing Kansas State of anything. I'm just telling you what the kid told me.
You dry snitching.
If they don't want their name thrown in it, I think they should probably get a handle on their people. But there's a lot of that going on in college football.
He's snitching. Well, oh my God.
Hey, but Shaun, Jeff, I don't know, Shaun. I've been in that head coaching seat, dog. I'm not. First of all, if that happened and I had evidence, I'm calling them and I'm motherfucking them. And I would go out and say the same thing publicly. But I would say it a little different. I would be like, nah, I know it's fact. I called this motherfucker out on it. They try to poach my dude. Fuck them. That's what I would have said. He comes out as a dry snitch, but is it not true? Is this not what's happening? Jeff, you see
here's the deal. But JB, here's the deal. The NIL stuff is not the current coaching staff. That's coming from people around the program. So you don't know where that offer text came from. Like, from the way it was explained to me, the head coach and his staff aren't involved in the majority of the NIL stuff. So it's like,
but isn't that like worse? Like that? How do we?
I know it's worse, but it's the environment. So who Norvell gonna be mad at? A booster for K-State? And you can't tell me that Colorado State ain't looking down in the state of Colorado at some of those smaller schools that may have a gym telling him through third parties that, hey man, you come up here and be a Ram. Like they doing it.
Speaking of NIL, DJ, good family friend of mine, whole family got an NIL deal at Florida State, apparently. Take a look at this video. He's
DJ, we on the lake here. It's not my favorite convenience store, Circle K. You know, out here I Florida get real hot. So whenever I'm done golfing or just want to get something to drink, cool down, pop over to Circle K because they got the 79-cent Polar Pop.
I heard Circle K gave him $600K or something.
I don't understand the point of this. Like,
I don't either, man. Go ahead.
I've never understood like what. So, if I follow this guy, whoever it is, am I going to be more likely to go to Circle K because he told me to do it? It's like, am I going to vote for Donald Trump because Amber Rose told me to do it? I don't understand. I never understood this.
There are people in this country, yes, Jeff.
Understood. I gotta go get one of those Circle K pops.
Like I've literally heard people say if Taylor Swift backed a presidential candidate, they would win without question.
But that's a fan base that's
he backs Biden right now.
First of all, you see the little small flex with his BMW in the background as the commercial started. I see you, big dog. Secondly, I thought Mike Norvell was a better coach than this. Like, what did you see in DJ at Oregon State at Clemson that would make you think you want him to be your next quarterback? Like, it makes no sense.
But what I don't understand is, how many followers does DJ have?
I would say probably a few hundred thousand.
I'm going to guarantee on TikTok I have more than him. How come I don't get 600,000 to talk about a fucking brand? What the fuck are we doing here?
Hey.
Why can't I get that kind of money?
It's more about more about these collectives going out and finding him the deal, right, Shaun? They're finding him that Circle K deal.
Shaun's right, though. DJ is.
It's not like he's a good player.
No, he was bad at Oregon State. He was bad at
Oregon State last year. What is Norvell doing? And like, here's the problem with NIL. All the NIL people see, because they're not football people, they're just fanboys and fangirls. They see that DJ was the #1 rated player coming out of high school, and he started at Clemson. So now it's like, oh, we got a chance to get him. Come on, let's call my buddy from Circle K. They're looking for an athlete. Man, I couldn't believe Norvell in Florida State signed DJ. I couldn't believe it. Man, I give him 35 quarterbacks better than him.
Hey, Shaun, I got to ask you, since you have ties with this organization, I texted Lane yesterday. His father passed away, Monty Kiffin.
Condolences to the
yeah, and I told Lane, and Jeff knows how it is, losing a father. We lost our father. I told Lane the same thing. My dad would barely be 87 right now. He died 20 years ago. He lost one. What did he mean to Tampa and that run and how and just as far as a man and a coach around you at that time?
Well, you know, him and Coach Dungy, I think they were together at Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. I think they were
back in the day,
yeah. So they came and man, Kiff just a cool dude, man.
Yeah, he got the locker. He understood the locker.
Yeah, like he one of them guys. Like every player loves him. Like even though he gonna coach you hard, he got that little high pitched voice. He put the words together fast. But you know, everybody just accept the coaching. You know, he always got a kind word to say. Like he always been really good to me and my family. Him, Lane, Heidi, all of them. So, I mean, he lived a great life. I was at his Ring of Honor induction at Raymond James, you know, when the Glazier family had it. So, you know, rest in peace to one of the great ones.
Yeah, no doubt. We lost one. We lost a lot this year.
He was also a great baseball player, I believe. I think he got drafted by the Dodgers as well.
The dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I didn't know that. I saw that yesterday. It's interesting. Before we get out of here, Shaun, I got to ask you one more thing. The Raiders QB Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell are splitting starting reps during camp as they battle for this job. I thought it was foregone. I would think Aiden was going to get the job. You called it and said Minshew earlier on the show this year. What do you see at this point? What's going to determine the starter at this point as well? Is it going to be what set we come out with? Are we going to use Brock Bowers and 12 personnel with already a good tight end they had last year and isolate Devontae Adams, which I think is the best decision for either one of these QBs? Or is it going to be straight up performance based on how good they do in camp?
I would imagine internally, a lot of people are pulling for Aiden O'Connell to win the job.
Younger, less money.
Yeah, kid they drafted. But they brought Gardner Minshew in because there's also internally probably some belief that we are sure. So let's go out and get a guy that did a great job backing up Anthony Richardson last year, didn't cause a problem. When something happened to Richardson, this was physical. He came in and helped the team get to the playoffs. Didn't the Colts make the playoffs?
Colts last year?
Yeah, I think they did, didn't they?
I don't think so. I don't know. Did they? Yeah, they did. I think they did.
Yeah, I think they did. So he's a good insurance package, but I know internally they think Aiden O'Connell has talent. And but they didn't want to be in a situation where maybe if he's not quite ready to be the guy, they didn't have somebody else that could start.
No, they didn't make the playoffs.
Okay, they didn't. But they still were. What they finished last year?
They finished strong. I mean, but they just I think they came up short because I think Texans were.
I don't like splitting the reps, especially after all the OTA days they've been through. Like in my opinion, you should know, because you can't get two quarterbacks ready. Just with the limitations on practice time and the limited amount of contact they actually do. Like I think you got, because I was in Carolina when they kind of had like not really a competition, but they were trying to get Sam Darnold and the other two guys reps, and practice is not what it used to be in the NFL. I mean, they on and off. It ain't like back in the day. We was out there for 3 hours, and you get a lot of reps in. So I would give the reps to Aiden. Try and get his confidence up. But I mean, we'll see how it works out.
Shaun, any plans this weekend?
What is this weekend? We got any fights?
Hey, I'm gonna send Steve Kim your number. Steve Kim wanted me to hit you up. He's down there. So
is he in town is there a fight this week that I don't know about?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just gonna chill. Saratoga just started, so
he could probably get you. He said he'd probably get you a ticket if you want to roll.
Okay, I'll probably watch a little horse racing this week. See how they're gonna cheat you in New York. All right, fellas.
All right, John. I'll see you next week.
All right, Shaun.
Peace. After hours for a few minutes with Jeff. Jeff, I want to ask you something real quick. We're talking about this thing. This is somebody that you have a discerned taste for, to say the least. But this epitome of a shitbird I started the show off with had another fucking kid. And the courts are now saying, you are the father. This is a joke, but I want to ask you this. How bad are these fucking nobody bottom-feeding women for continuing to – they know he's a public figure, Jeff. He already has had 4 baby mamas this year alone and 4 kids. He has 10 kids. Yeah, I think he has 12 kids. What girl in their right mind that's not a clout-chasing gold digger would have a kid with this fucking shitbird?
Listen, 50 Cent said it best many years ago. Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. I write the check before the baby comes. Who the fuck cares? Listen, at the end of the day, these women have no self-esteem, okay? It's all about money. Look at half these girls you see on TikTok. A guy will ask them, would you rather be with a rich guy that cheats on you, gives you no loyalty, or with a broke guy who loves you and gives you what you want and treats you well? Every one of them says the same shit. I'd rather be with the guy. Listen, it's all about money. These fucking women today have no loyalty. They have no modesty. Look at all these girls. They all look the same. He just finds the girl he wants. He has no relationship with these children, I'm sure. It's a shame. It really is.
You know what? The cold part about it is, I said the quote of the day today is, a true friend is a motherfucker that'll tell you in your face that you're a shitbird and then speaks good about you behind your back. We got too many cats that speak good to you in your face and backstabs you in your back. That's what his circle is literally doing to him right now. Because I'll be honest, what person in your circle would not? I'd go, Jeff, what the fuck are you doing? You're about to lose all your money 3 years after you retire, bro. You're going to pay 12 girls, baby mamas, 18 years apiece for
Coach,
fucking child support.
It's hard to pay for one kid. He's got 10 or more children with like 5 or 6 different people.
I got a friend that I grew up, Jeff, I got a friend I grew up with that has 16 kids from 16 baby mamas. And he cannot get an employable job. He cannot get a W-2, Jeff, because he has to live the shitbird life under the radar so he can get money to live on. Because if he doesn't, it gets taken straight out. IRS, the government, feds take it because he owes so much back child support, bro.
It's very rare you can find a family with a lot, like other than the Kennedys. My father was one of 15. It's hard to live, and they were all to the same woman. It's hard to live with that many kids. It's hard to live with 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, 15, 16. It's insane. And eventually football will stop.
Yeah.
A kid is a lot of money. I mean, you know.
I got to ask you something. I want to do something with you, and I know you're a movie buff, but I don't know how much you'll have on this sports movie take, but I thought about this last night, and I was watching a show, and I was like, man, I want to talk to Jeff about this. What is your top 5 either finales or entrances of a sports movie that gives you like goosebumps or the chills that you saw in a movie and said, fuck, that's one of the best endings or best entrances ever? Do you have any off the top of the head? I'll give you mine, and then I'll let you think.
My favorite, I think, sports movie. I think the last 20-ish minutes are really fucking good. Friday Night Lights is a great one. I mean, where any other film, a goofy film, they would have won the game at the end, right? Where they play the Dallas Carter team, and they don't. They lose, and you watch them all go off to different points in their life. Most of them didn't go to anything. Remember the Titans is a good one. Obviously, that's another.
But is there a scene? I'm just talking particular scene.
Yeah, the scene where
in that particular movie, like an entrance, like let's say a grand entrance of a finale. Like to me, number 1 ever is when Robert Redford hits the home run in The Natural. I don't know if you've seen the movie. The Natural to me is one of the greatest sports movies ever. Robert Redford hits a home run, breaks the lights. It's just a finale of a movie that, to me, is the greatest finale of a sports movie ever. The Naturals, when he hits the home run at the end, he's injured. He's going to go out. He can't play. He got shot when he was young. All that. That's my number 1. I was watching a movie last night, and I said, I got to put this in there. I got to hit up Bailey and talk about it. But number 2 was The Miracle. When the 80 Olympic team, the movie came out, Herb Brooks, they beat Russia, and that was like the finale of that movie. I put that at number 2, The Miracle, because of the actual call. It was a miracle. The great call that was made in that movie. I just think that was the greatest. That was number 2 for me. Number 3, Glory Road. If you don't know about that, it's another true story about the first black roster that beat Pat Riley and the Kentucky team. And then they showed the actual end of the movie. They showed the real clips of when it really happened in the 60s. And they show Latimer dunk on Pat Riley. And Pat Riley's talking about it in real life. And he's talking about, man, they just set the tone right out the gate. And he dunked on me with such ferocity that I was already shook. And I knew we had no shot against this team. And that was fucking Texas El Paso at the time. Nobody even knew who they were. And they go on a national run and win it all. Number 4 to me is Major League 2. When Charlie Sheen walks out of the bullpen with the leather jacket on and they play the music Wild Thing, which I'm playing right now, wearing today. You got Rudy sacking the QB as a great scene. I just didn't like the movie Rudy as much as most people.
It's actually pretty. If you rewatch it, like as an adult, I rewatched it like a year ago. The whole movie straight through is pretty good. I mean, the kid just, you know, he's always trying to get his father's like approval, and he goes to Notre Dame, and the the guy goes and watches his kid. I always say Friday Night Lights is a great fucking movie. I think that's
and then the ending, the ending of Remember the Titans on the reverse. I know it's cheesy. It was a Disney movie. It was a cheesy reverse that probably never would have happened in real life. A double, put a QB in, they run the reverse to win the game to stay undefeated. And part of that movie was true story. But I'm a Rocky guy. All the Rocky. I could put all the Rocky scenes in there, but I didn't. I just put these sports scenes. Blue Chips is another one. Rudy getting the sack and his brother in the stand saying, "You're the man. You're the man." It was a hell of a scene. That was a hell of a scene as well. But I don't know.
Rudy, again, good movie. I mean, again, it's a movie, but it's great. I'm trying to think. You know what a great movie is? Not a sports movie. I watched it the other night. It's fucking sad too. And those Disney movies were pretty. Like remember,
they were always sad. They were always sad.
Yeah. Like Old Yeller, that's a great movie. You ever watch that?
Yeah.
That's a great fun. That scene where he goes out and the dog's like fucking rabid, and the mother goes, "You know what you got to do."
Yeah,
and he has to, he's kill his own dog.
Vision Quest is a great movie. If you've never seen it, Jeff, it's way older. That's Steve Kim's favorite. Vision Quest is Matthew Modine played a wrestler. Very, very good movie. It was a pretty deep movie. There's some good ones.
You like the Rocky films. If I said to you that Creeds were the best, would you think I'm crazy?
Yeah, as I watched one and I didn't need to see any more.
Creed 1 was good, I thought.
Yeah, Creed 1 was the best. Rocky just hung on to it too long. Sylvester Stallone is a guy that he can make as many movies as he wants about one thing, and I'll watch it just because I'm such a huge enamored.
I'll tell you a great boxing movie. You ever see The Hurricane?
Yeah.
Reuben Carter.
Yeah. Have you ever seen? It's a pretty good movie. It's low level acting, and it's kind of bad, but it was with Ving Rhames and. It was a jail. It was a jailhouse movie. Ving Rhames got caught. It was like a Mike Tyson story. He got caught for an assault, had to go to jail. And in jail, there was this undefeated fighter. And he was and so he beats Ving Rhames in jail and this old mobster. It's called Undisputed. This old mobster.
I've never seen that, no.
You should watch it. You'll like it because it's the old mobster in there that is running shit in jail, and he bets big money on it, and he ends up dying in jail. But he had all these go-getters for him, and it was a good movie, a pretty good movie. So was Diggstown. Have you ever seen Diggstown?
No.
You should watch that too. That's with Louis Gossett Jr., who died this year, I think. He fights like 20 guys in 24 hours, and he has to save to save his boy's life and shit. It's like he has to fight all these guys, and then they try to bring in a real ringer at the very end. Have you watched Tulsa King?
Yeah.
Are you excited for season 2?
I'm just not a Stallone. Like, other than Rocky, I don't think Stallone's a good actor. I think he probably portrays a mob boss well, but it's kind of goofy. Maybe season 2 will be better. I watch it. I'll keep watching it. It's decent. I wouldn't say it's the greatest mob show of all time. I wanted to bring up another one. Oh, Invincible. You ever watch that? Totally fake.
Vince Papale, yeah.
Yeah, Vince Papale, yeah. That was filmed right near where I used to live. That's
But Papale is a real person.
He is real, but he never lived in Philadelphia. Have I watched Your Honor? Yes. It's a good show. Bryan Cranston.
Yeah. But Papale did get that block in that game and a punt return. He got that return.
Some of it's definitely real, for sure.
Yeah.
What do you think about Happy Gilmore? That's a great sports movie.
Yeah, it's too fake. It's too funny. Are you excited about Happy Gilmore making a second?
No, I saw that. I don't get it.
That's dumb to me. I couldn't do it.
Coach, you ever looking for a good movie to watch? Grandmaster Wu's 100% right. Shock Caller. It's one of the best prison movies ever.
On Netflix?
Yep.
I just saw the name. What's it about?
It's fucking so elite, bro. And you'll relate to it a lot because you live in California. It's about this guy. He's like a regular family guy. He goes out with his wife. They're drunk. He hits another truck, kills someone in the car that he's with. They give him like 2 years in prison. He goes upstate, and he has to join the Aryan Brotherhood. It's just about his ascent into becoming this gang member, and eventually gets life. It's just it's a great movie.
Is it a series?
No, it's just a film.
Oh, it's just one movie.
Yeah.
I might watch it. I don't get into the series because I'll never end up watching the whole thing.
No,
So it's one.
It's a great.
What about the show? I think it's Mayor of Kingstown or something.
Mayor of Kingstown. I've never watched that.
I haven't either. I couldn't get into it. I got to see if everyone says it's great. I got to see.
Oh,
this.
Bad News Bears. That original one was very funny.
Hell yeah, that was my. I grew up on that show. Gridiron Gang. The Gridiron Gang was good. That's a true story. My buddy was AD at the time of that real movie. The Rock play. I just didn't like The Rock and Exhibit's roles. It was fucking dumb. I thought they were just so fake on it. But that's just me.
Whatever happened to Exhibit?
Fuck, I don't know. 310 Motor. I don't know. You know, the Exhibit's really from New Mexico. And my buddy actually is from New Mexico. They went to high school together, Albuquerque, and then he came out, and the next thing I knew, he was an LA gangster. I'm like, fuck, these entertainers are comical.
He used to be on that show Pimp My Ride, I remember.
Yeah, remember? Yeah, and then Pimp My Ride and all that shit. I don't know. I miss the old school MTV. Pimp My Ride. I miss Cribs. I miss all those. I miss all that shit. They got rid of it, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't even know what MTV plays now. Teen Mom all the time.
Yeah. What do you got going this weekend? Fellas?
Yeah, I'll go out a little bit. Nothing crazy.
You got to get your ass out here so I could. I put a new flat grill in my outdoor barbecue. We got to cook before the summer ends.
You've been cooking like crazy.
You might just have to fly out here. Maybe it's come fly out here for a weekend or something.
I need to. I got to get the fuck away from here for a while.
You might as well, man. Seriously, I got a spare room, brand new bed, sheets. You can change the sheets every day.
It's like a 7-hour fucking trip, bro.
Flight?
Yeah.
Why? You can't get direct?
Maybe out of Baltimore.
You can get a where you're not. Where would you fly out of?
Baltimore, probably.
That's closer to you?
Yeah. Yeah, it is still there, Mike.
Let me see. Because I got a flight guy. I'm hitting my guy up right now as we speak. Let me see. I just texted
Baltimore. I want to say Baltimore does.
Let's see. If you came out, let's say.
Flying freaks me out, man. But I got to do it.
What's the date?
12th.
Okay, so if you came out next Friday, for instance, and then you flew back home Monday.
Shit, if I come out, I'm going to stay for like a week.
Okay, so that'd be even better. So if you came out the 19th through the 26th, I'm gonna text him right now. He can give me like deals that nobody could get.
Isn't it hot out there right now?
Oh yeah, fuck, hot as shit.
I'm buying a new car next week. I'm so excited to get rid of this fucking car I have.
What are you getting?
I think an Audi Q5.
Oh really? I like those. He said, give me 1 minute. 1 minute. Let's see. He'll tell me right away. I'm telling you right now. Watch. 1 minute. I bet you this price is unbelievable. And he'll give me
private jet.
He gets me nonstop, by the way. Leah, nonstop. Just throw that out there. He gets me nonstopping. I'm gonna do it just straight up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jeff, here we go. Shit. Dog. I can get you a fucking nonstop coming on the 19th, going home on the 26th for $236.
With who, Spirit?
Huh?
With who, Spirit?
No, it's a real flight. No, fuck no. It's actually United.
Sounds all right.
United. Yep. Let's do it. We'll do some.
I gotta come out there. I don't think I've ever. I've been to San Diego. San Diego's cool.
Oh, you been to San Diego?
Yeah, a few times. Went to Tijuana.
Oh yeah.
What's wrong with Spirit? Fuck that.
Oh no, I'll never fly on that shit.
Fuck that.
Nah, I fucking never fly on that shit. The train experience is quite an interesting one too. I've actually been on that. My mom wanted to do it. She didn't like flying either. She took it, but then she's like, I'll never do it again.
Training's cool, man.
It stopped so much, though. Stopped so much, though.
And the problem is, in this country, like the train services suck. Like Amtrak is. You go to like Europe, you can like move around, go through all the borders. They got some beautiful train services there. They got like the nice rooms and private bathrooms.
Yeah, it's you gotta come out. We'll talk about it. Pound that like, subscribe. Go watch Jeff this weekend on the True Crime Show on his sit down pod. Go watch that, and we'll see. We'll be back Monday, and we'll be in the studio.
We're in Smitty though.
Smitty went to the ESPYs. His boy Sheldon Day, NFL D tackle, is in town. And they didn't get out of there till 3. And I told him before he went, I said, man, just chill. Why would you stay up 24/7? And then he still has to work today too. I said, man, just chill. You don't need to come on today. We got 3 guests on and blah blah. So he'll be back Monday. We'll be back Monday. Are you on Monday and Friday?
Yeah, I'll come on.
All right, I'll see you Monday. And pound that like, subscribe. We'll be back next week. Appreciate everybody, and make sure you head on over because, as we broke news earlier, that T-shirt right there is for sale right now, and it's already selling like hotcakes. CoachJBStore.com, and I'm gonna rock it. I'm gonna put it on and do a video later on, and I'm dropping that shit on social media today. Let's see how many followers I lose. Fuck them. It's the real Coach JB, Jeff Nadu. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Issues get pressed so fast, you don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown, kill the ass a rap.